Good thing you two are here because I've got questions that need answering. Just what is going on out there? A big dome? Of course, let me start at the beginning. So, my name's Lloyd Bannings and I've died. That's the beginning. Now let me start, I'm sorry, that's the end. But the end starts the beginning because then I woke up on the train. You know what happens when we start like this. Unironically, I am going to start with your comments because we've learned everything. Not everything. From what you guys are telling me, you've learned almost everything. And we are going to go through the comments first, but I do want to bring up the corkboard because I think we did a really, from what everyone has said, we did a really good job. We did a really good job. I think like there were things that I feel like I maybe couldn't have even guessed. And there are things that I kind of like want to ask you guys in the comments, like, oh, was there ever like a point where they hinted this? As I go through your comments, because I went through them all. I was like, you know, someone made me smile. I was like, yeah, you did a good job, baby. Sometimes I was a little bit off my rocker. But sometimes I wasn't. Mainly when we got to Otno, we were cooking. once the Otno existed, we were on point, dude. And I feel like we had Otno not like super duper early. Because early on I was like, who is going to either join Ouroboros or is a part of Ouroboros? But then from there it was like, Ouroboros, if Ouroboros is not involved in the first section of this, like Ren said, then I was like, it's gotta be some organization that's not Ouroboros. I know the Ouroboros are like this kind of overarching looming thing. I need to close the door as well because it's grown to be hot and I know the AC is gonna keep going. But also, just in terms of like the organizations that's not Ouroboros. I mean, we did a good job there. I was on Dream Theory for a while. And actually, I'm not even sure if we don't have like all of these answers yet. I do not think it's Dream. I was so hard pressed on, for a long time, Septarian of Time. And that was still wrong. Anyway, I was like, maybe she's not the Septarian of Time. But it was also nothing to do with the Septarian of Time, which is interesting. It is actually a Septarian of, what, Mirage? I don't know, anywho. Well, I do know, but anywho. Let's talk about it. Let's go through your comments from this past time, which was such a massive lore drop, dude. But man, was I eating. I was eating up last time, dude. Let's talk about it. I also have, like, a list of all of the links for a lot of the songs you guys put. But they're not on my soundboard yet. They should be on my soundboard by the next time, and I will be very, very pleased. I'm also not losing my voice, but like, it is deep pollen season, so my voice is not the strongest. But if you've been here for, what, the last playthrough, you have experienced this at least once. And if you've been here since the Sky series, you know what's going on. Anywho, I digress. We start with Sharmila, who said, how did you make a mistake like that? Putting Cassius on there? I don't know. I don't know, dude. It isn't just October, it's October 24th specifically. Avery, you eating drugs? First of all, eating drugs is kind of crazy way to put it. Doing, I would assume, is the more accurate term. Why did you put Cassius as a suspect? I don't really know why I put Cassius as a suspect. At that point, I was just like, guy was pretty goated. Somebody would have had to, like, be even more goated than him. Or someone he trusted shot in the back. That's all very good. Yep, all this time was Dieter and Maribel alongside Arios, who hired the Red Constellation. and the society to cause havoc in Crossbow, which is crazy. AV, stop looking at the transcript and look at the destruction of the Ereborian army. Yeah, there were some really good scenes at the climax of this, dude. You know when they like pull out the video budget, I'm like, all right, what's about to go down? What's so crazy that we had to pull out the video budget for this? You know what I mean? Anywho, if you had defeated Arios, you would have gotten 9,999 points of experience. Not worth it. You thought Zyd is a side character all along, who you can depend on, but he's actually a major character after all. Correct, the full title of D, therefore G is Demiurgus, therefore Gnosis. We'd likely have some more mysteries that's from Sharmila. Jessica, Grim deserves an apology. What about Bales, your other no contender? Okay, so at I know at the beginning, I just said, man, I owe Grizz an apology, or Grim an apology. At points in that episode, I also did say, man, I owe Bales an apology too, dude. They were just working for the man and working for independence. That sucks. Whatever. Yeah, after Guy's death, Lloyd lived with his uncle in Calvard. At the beginning of Zero, he was on the train from Calvard to Crossbow. In terms of the Crossbow OST, I've already gotten this down. Get Over the Barrier, Roaring version. Also recommend a somber arrangement from the game, A Barrier to Get Over. Cold Steel, Arc 4. Arc is 4 games and trails into Reverie. Reverie is basically Cold Steel 5 and Crossbow 3. Oh, interesting. Okay, I like that. I like that. EP Cut 3 and Evade 3 both exist. Okay, fair enough. Who's the cheesiest one of them all? Risha. It's Risha, no contest. Really? It's Risha? That's surprising to me, actually. Oh, Chestius. I'm no longer surprised. I just misread. I despise Belle. I can finally state my true reason for that hatred. She is a narcissist. She doesn't care about anything or anyone besides what it takes to fulfill her ambitions and delusions. Did she love Ellie? Yes, but she loves her like she loves her dolls. You can see through her intentions like she wanted to, that she wanted to control Ellie. She also shows absolutely zero remorse for her crimes her family is responsible for due to the creation of D, therefore G. She is a vile person. Yeah! Yeah, and when you really think about it, I know she did not, she is just from the lineage of bad people, but she still embraces that anywhere down the lineage. And this is why I feel really bad about Dr. Croy. Because I wanted to believe in that man. So, down this lineage to reviving this Septarion, you know what I mean? You could have stopped. Anybody down this lineage could have stopped this. Anybody down this lineage could have just been like, no, we can't do this anymore. This is passed down from Croy's past, you know what I mean? I doubt there's any more Croys out there, I guess. These are like the last two head honchos. At least in present day. I can now mention another piece of New Game Plus content, an epilogue scene at the end of Dalnapt Quest. After the SSS entered the elevator, Bell got a call from a certain someone, Phantom Thief B himself. Belle gave him permission to use her dolls for a little sideshow with the caveat that she would trap him in the Castle of Mares if any harm came to her babies. Wow. So she gave him permission to take the dolls? She gave permission to my most hated fiend, Phantom Thief B? She gotta go. I was able to beat Arios on my first try, but it was close. When he had low HP, he Arcane Gale rushed my backline. I was screaming. Arios' crashing wave craft has a chance of death blow. That's how Randy died. Crap. Arios just hitting you out of nowhere with his S-craft. Oof. Yeah, I feel like Arios was like, he hurt me. You get like 5 or 6 levels of experience worth and an extra 4 DP. When you picked hard for this game, I immediately thought of the Sigmund fight, then the Arios fight, and one other fight you were steadily approaching. I don't like these answers that you're giving me, Jessica. It feels like I'm about to have a bad time again. Yeah, Kia didn't get possessed by the original D or anything. The Croy family went from let's recreate our lost Septarion to let's create an even better Septarion, and that's why we have the Septarion of Zero. From Zero to Azure. Kia has just killed so many people. Guerrilla Fortress has been obliterated. Oh boy. When you talked about how Noah was probably gonna leave the CDF and go back to your team, I just laughed. I hate it. I hate it so much, you guys. I hate it here. I hate it so much. I hate it here. Arios confessed to the murder of Guy, but that's all there is to it. Guy learned about the Croy family's plan and Arios' involvement. He met with him at Orcus Tower construction site. Did they fight? Did Guy arrive first? Did Arios sneak up on him? What happened to Guy's Tonfas? Yeah, that's my other thing. My thing is, like, the Tonfas are missing. There's just still a couple of pieces to that piece where I feel like Arios knows what happened. Oh man, please do not tell me that the Croys killed him, dude. Do not tell me that one. If Dieter killed, if Dieter killed Guy, boy. I'm gonna have to retract every good thing I ever said about the mans. Welcome to the time period of Cold Steel 2. It is now December 1204. Also known as the time where I would go to the crater where Guerrilla Fortress used to be, look towards Crossbell and say, what the F is happening over there? Good times. That's really funny. Kia is being treated as a tool instead of a little girl. She's smiling through the pain because her suffering is for the greater good, but Shizuku is a good friend and can tell it's an act. Without all of this, Crossbell will become a part of the Empire or the Republic, and it'll be Dieter's fault. He's the one who escalated the situation. That's true. Which means, which is really unfortunate, we're gonna have to stop this. And when we stop it, there is probably no coming back. I don't know what that means for Crossbell. I really, truly, sincerely don't. And I think that's what, unless Kia uses her time travel powers, just go back in time and say, all right, no. You know what? But the fact that you are able to see that crater in Cold Steel 2 makes me believe that's not our solution. We will continue and we will go on. If you remember from the auction, an optional conversation during Zero's intermission, Belle was going to bid on the doll, and she even asked Kia. Asked if Kia would like to stay with her. I don't think the SSS becoming Kia's guardians was a part of the plan. If the SSS wasn't there, Kia would have been revealed during the auction proper, and Belle probably would have taken in the poor little girl with no home to go to. Basically, Belle would play Savior Eel. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, at the end of that auction, didn't she say something along the lines of like, oh, they made this very interesting or something? That might have actually been Kilika. But I feel like that was Belle who said, oh, they made this interesting, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Lloyd won't let you leave prison without your stuff. Okay, hilarious. Make the Killing Bear playable again. This was so cool. I love him. That's my boy. There he is, the divine white wolf of Crossbell, Zeit in his full glory. Why did Idios give Demiurgus the ability to feel empathy? Its story is so sad. And instead of doing any self-reflection, the Croy alchemists instead decided to get their wish machine back. It's a tough dynasty, dude. Anywho. Wazi isn't the son of a Grail Knight, he is a Dominion! We were close! And that's another thing that I feel like we were really close on. And that's something I didn't spend a lot of time guessing. I was like, he has something to do with the Grol's Runner, you know what I mean? Our underage drinker who ran a delinquent street gang and illegally worked as a host is actually a priest. It's implied that the reason he didn't want people to see his torso during intermission was because that's where his stigma is. Okay, so actually, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad you said that because I was wondering to myself, don't all of these guys have stigmas? Like all the Dominions have stigmas? I was like, that was a major plot point, right? And then I said to myself, I haven't seen Wazi's, and we've seen most of his body, I guess, but we have not seen his chest. Or torso. Fair enough. Let me see. Also neat. The most recent trail is the Calvard arc. Okay, fair enough. Daybreak and Horizon. Okay. So we do get to Calvard. The reason the game, look, I have no idea what lies ahead in the future. I'm just playing these games and having a good time and guessing with the corkboard, which turned out really nicely. I'm gonna keep this corkboard and just make a new one for Cold Steel because I feel like because the first two games are like going at the same time, like we are currently at Cold Steel 2 in terms of time, I think this will still be not super duper relevant, but it'll be good to keep in mind what is happening potentially on the other side once you reach the other side. The Merkaba is now your base of operations. You'll have to re-equip everyone. Oh my gosh, and set up their ornaments once again once they rejoin. You'll be jumping around a lot. Merkaba sweep exist, and then you have my sweep stuff. Thank you very much for this, always. As always, but we will continue. There's also no trails next Saturday. I do want to bring that up. Next Saturday is Ticket to Paradise. And let me talk to you. The Flame Tribe, they're all fighting. I'm rooting for your girl. Yukiko, she gonna come out on top. She gonna come out on top. That's my girl. We love our Yukikos out here. This Saturdays used to be Persona days, but they're really just kind of like RPG and JRPG days. And you know what? I still go back. I still go back to the Yukikos. We'll go on then. Chaos Eater says Cold Steel 5. 5 games basically. That means that if that means anything to you right now, kind of. Crazy how much you got right, but don't forget not everything is answered yet. I did remember it was his uncle correctly, and Merkaba translates to chariot in Hebrew, which I think I actually did know, or at least I've heard the word before, which is why Zeit called it the Heavenly Chariot, and why the music from Fiery Tiger Gaming used on Merkaba was also called Heavenly Chariot 2. Very nice. So we love these things. Gakoma coming in clutch with a lot of the bangers, actually. I have looked them all up. And they're on my list. I will probably add, I like 3 of these, actually. Dark Throne, which I didn't like really internalize before, I don't think, but I went back and listened to. Real good. I do like that one. Yeah, buffing ATS with Fortuna and having Ellie Spark Dynam is kind of the only way to beat him and win that fight. Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to do so, and I also feel like I needed to maybe have a couple more levels. Peak Kunk, who says about missable stuff in these games. In the very beginning of Zero, there's a dialogue from a random NPC in the residential district about some truck explosion 4 or 5 years ago which harmed a bunch of civilians and left one girl blind. In Azure, that same NPC mentions that the Croy's speech reminded him about that explosion. That's so neat, actually. That's so neat. Keppa, who says, now that you've reached this point, I really want to congratulate you on your Otno theory. This whole plot is probably one of my favorite conspiracies ever. I love the fact that basically since Zero you can figure out a lot of stuff. This game is actually very well laid out in the sense that it does kind of lead you, I don't want to say entirely naturally. Also, let me peek. Yeah, we got plenty of space. It doesn't lead you like right to the answer. Like there's parts of this that I could not have figured out. I would have never. I don't think, and that is one of the things that I want to ask. Like, were there ever any like clues specifically that the Croys were this alchemist dynasty? We had clues about this alchemist dynasty and them probably being a major part in this, but them being Croys, I don't know. Well, maybe so. Because I was also led down like 2 trains of thought being like, it's either somebody is either found a plan, inherited a plan, or an inherited a plan is technically right. Or, what was the third option? Found a plan, inherited a plan, or is 500 years old, you know what I mean? Would have not guessed specifically that Kia is a homunculus. That's crazy. I digress. Let me see. Each time I look at a playthrough of this game, I end up finding new clues and foreshadowing on this Otno. That's how I'm calling our bad guys now. Thanks for that. They're always the Otno for me. They might say, oh yes, we're the Croy Dynasty. Yes, they're the Otno. and it's a treat. You're probably the first person I've seen to uncover so much so early, and if you also like uncovering crazy deep political conspiracies, you're gonna love Cold Steel, Shortcut to the Grace 8 Attorney. Shout out rather to the Grace Ace Attorney 2 in this regard. I am going to be playing through the Great Ace Attorney again very soon. I started on like a stream or two a while ago, and then I just didn't have the time. We've just finished 100 line on the channel, which was a year-long commitment for me. The Great Ace Attorney and the Great Ace Attorney 2 shouldn't be a year-long commitment. I love Ace Attorney. It is one of my favorite franchises. I can say that. It is one of my favorite franchises. I've been meaning to play through those games, but now I actually have a day where I can say, hey, this is our Great Ace Attorney uploads on this day. So they'll probably be our Tuesday uploads. I'm gonna try and do every Tuesday. We might skip a Tuesday every now and then if like I have a busy week. But I'm gonna try and stick to every Tuesday because I think I can afford that time of like 2 to 3 hours of, hey, let's play some Great Ace Attorney. I might do a little streaming of it. It would be more like a 5 to 8 hard cut at about 8, but like that also might happen because I started that game as a stream and I was like, I kind of want to. We had a good time with streaming that game. Anywho, I digress. We will continue. It's not hard to appreciate the insane political chess the Otno has played through this whole duology, taking Kiev from the Sun Fort. That drove Yoshim into panicking and taking control of the CGF and Ravash to capture her, causing this cult incident which led to the fall of the corrupt Crossbill establishment and allowed Dieter to win the elections by running a strong anti-corruption campaign. The attacks, rather, at a trade conference or Boris made that possible by giving the terrorists the plans, while building and the final boss of that chapter was a CGF car controlled by the terrorists. Lloyd asked himself at the time how they could have gotten their hands on a car, and it makes sense if it was thanks to Dieter, who used the whole incident to begin his independence movement. Then this guy goes to hire the same Jaegers that Erebonia did in order to blame them for the raid. Right, he did. They were playing insane chess. At that point, I was like, Erebonia is not who hired them this time. At that point, it became very clear to me that Dieter's a part of this Otno. In fact, the 3 people that I was really sure, well, I don't know anymore, because I was really sure Grizz was a part of this Otno too. He doesn't have a question mark by his name over here. I'm trying to backpedal on Grizz, but let's keep it a buck with you. I found him super duper sus and I was just wrong. That's on me, he just loves his country. Let me see. Even the whole asset freeze thing to bait Erebonia and Calvert into attacking was first was smart to demonstrate his power without looking like the aggressor. This said, my favorite thing about this is how messy the whole situation is. Even if it's, is it even worth it to try and defeat Dieter? That's what I'm saying. That's where I am right now because like sitting back, because I've thought about this game for a week. I do love to like just have a kind of simmer on my thoughts for the week. Sometimes I'll think about it at work. Sometimes I'll write something down on like a notepad or like a notes app on my notes app. And I'm like, okay, let me remember that for later. I digress. We'll continue. If we do Crossbill is done for, we kind of need the Otno to protect the city at this point. Otherwise, Erebonia and Calvard won't stop until we're dealt with. Is allowing Kia to have a normal childhood worth sacrificing Crossbill's future? As of right now, it doesn't look like Dieter has done anything super evil to the world. Sure, Erebonia and Calvard are both in crisis, but that's mostly due to internal problems they already had. Fair. To me, it comes down to principles. Even if this new world order turns out to be great for people, we shouldn't allow the state to have godlike powers through which to enforce their will, regardless of whether or not they abuse them. Dieter's relationship with the SSS is also pretty interesting. As of now, it doesn't look like we play any part into his plan, which is crazy. I figured this was important. Why we were chosen specifically, and I put that with Bales. And you want to know why I had now thought that's why Bales is in here, because I thought that this was important. But maybe we just really lucked out and like, Eidos was like, I'm gonna put you, and you together, and you're going to save everything. Ay, Dios míos. Anywho. Let me see, but even so, Dieter has always helped us and motivated us when we were feeling down, contributed to us financially. It always did feel like Dieter actually liked what we did for Crossbow, although of course if we ever went against his plans, he would arrest us, even though Noel said we were probably going to get released once things calmed down a bit. Fair enough. I hate it here. Anywho, Lamau, I see you reached peak. Thuxo. I did very much enjoy last episode. I did. I was like, oh man, I'm really invested. We're getting all these lore bits that I've been thinking about for a whole game and 2/3 probably. Silence and Story is over 4.5 hours. You know, some crazy things happen. 4.5. That counts. The Arios fight is like the Love fight in Sky the First, winnable if you are very, very prepared and willing to reload to win it. I did it on Nightmare. You're insane, first of all. Good for you. For the principle of the thing, I don't recommend doing that. Daybreak games are the Calvar games. You'll see what year they happen when you get their smiley face. We're a long ways to go and a long time to get there, but I'm here for the ride. I've been thoroughly enjoying my Trails games. I also have gotten your picks as well. A couple people had the same picks. We'd love to see it. Of that one, Silver Will is not on my soundboard. It is a song that I have downloaded though. I do love that song. Anywho, first songs. I got them. Thank you. Did I have a favorite from this list? I like Masquerade of Lies. That one going nice. Once again, I've had these all listed down and I got all the links for them. I'm probably gonna make a little playlist for me, and we might just play that playlist during corkboard time in the future, because I think we're gonna have a corkboard for Cold Steel. It feel like we go have one, because I feel like they got something else going on. Second commentary. Your face's journey through this episode has been delightful. Dude, this last episode was crazy. The end of chapter 4 into the intertitle screen, then chapter 5 is just a gut punch to everything. All the hints and clues bring you there. Going, I understand how stories work, and then Falcom still managed to surprise you. I probably shouted a lot around this point. And here's the thing. I think we did a very good job. Corkboard time, I feel like we did a great job. That being said, I don't know, dude. I was still going like, oh, interesting. Oh, huh? I don't think I ever verbally said what, but those are my like variants of what. I think I may have said what a couple of times, even so. I didn't want to do too much like corkboarding. Thank you guys for the comments as always. It was 30 minutes of just like doing stuff there. I just wanted to like go through what we had said towards the end, and I think this ended up being very clutch of me saying, right, I don't think I have anything really written down about the alchemists in the Middle Ages, but I think this train of thought, let me reread through it actually. Books were in the tower. I think they built the towers. Did they? I think they did build the towers, right? I think that's correct. If they built the towers, the tower of a greater purpose, that is correct. What was the purpose? Probably has to do with D. I don't know if it had to do with D specifically. Demiurgus, which is we know now D. I also don't know if Demiurgus was ever mentioned in the game prior to. Probably not. Maybe Orcus Tower is like a 4th tower, or the planned tower by the alchemist. Kind of, sort of. That's kind of right. Maybe Erebonia also has a Septeron, and maybe that one is Fire, Blaze. That I don't know. But if that's right, maybe they have the Septeron of Time, actually. I don't know, I kind of feel like it. Demon Army? Not Demon Army. This was very wrong. This one was not correct. That being said, I still think we did a pretty good job. That ain't right. I'm glad it's not right. Well, it could still be right. It doesn't sound like it's right. We're just using those giant archaisms. Divine archaisms. Bales, I apologize to you, and I'm gonna keep it luck with you. I'm shocked that I'm gonna have to apologize to Grim, as well. That being said, I still really don't think Arios shot Guy. I do think he is probably somehow responsible for his death. Like I said right here, killed by accident or a bad decision in a heightened... I actually don't think it was by a bad decision in a heightened emotional state. I do think it might have been accident-ish. I think I am still leaning towards shot in the back while maybe Arios was trying to shoot somebody else, making somebody else the real culprit. In fact, maybe that person even dragged Guy into the bullet. That may be true. I don't know. And that guy could be Dieter, and I would really hate that. I would really hate that. At the end of the day, everyone is pawned for Ouroboros. I still think that's true. I do still think that's true, but I don't know how true that is anymore. I think it's true in a sense, but I also think they want to just see how this thing plays out. They like to see, kind of like, they kind of test humanity, you know what I mean? That seems to be their kind of thing. Anywho. What is Blue Kia? We know. We know. Reese's here, she's Grall's Ritter. Red Constellation, we already know what's up with that. Father's missing name. I'm sorry. Do we actually know the missing grave names? I actually don't know if we learned that. That's interesting. That's something that I gotta keep in mind, actually. That is an unsolved, I'm looking at this, there are still some unsolved mysteries. Unsolved mysteries. Who was actually the leader of the D, therefore G, the alchemist. Crossbow problem is the solution to something else. Yes, actually. This was really right, actually. I was doing some really creative thinking, dude. Hold on a minute. Cause like going back, I'm like, crossbow problem is the solution to something else. It's really kind of right. Dieter's being used, that's not so right. But he was using the means, push for crossbow, X-Bell for crossbow. Okay, I was cooking. I has to have a plan. He did no normal means can stand up to Erebonia. I was, yeah, true. Terrorist, had help from Ouroboros, that's true. All these little notes were like things that I kept in my mind, but like, that's pretty good. This was, I was cooking there. Sully from North Ambria, that's where Weisman's from, the Salt Pale, the salty place, the Salt Pale land. It's just kind of fun to just kind of walk back through this. I think this is where I was like really, something else is going on. When Rin said something along the lines of, Ouroboros is not involved, and I was like, it's either Calvard or Erebonia. Calvard doesn't really seem like they're like, and I think this might have been before we actually met the leaders, actually. I believe so, because we met them in Orcus Tower. I think I had this at the end of, at the end of Zero. Did I have Dieter in this early? Dieter and Arios in this early? Did I really? I think I'm just tossing things out and hoping that something would stick. This stuck. You know what? And I think that's why we were able to get so many things correct. Because it is kind of just for a couple of people who, sometimes we do game day on the Discord. And occasionally we will do like Among Us or like Blood in the Clock Tower, and in those games I'm very much like, oops, there we go. I'm very much like, hey, there's a couple of worlds that could exist, let's build all of these worlds. And I think building the worlds here towards the end of Zero, helped tremendously with making, hey, there's an Otno probably. Because I was like, what the heck is going on? There has to be a culprit here. Who's the culprit? Ouroboros. Ren said, no. DG, no. Erebonia, I ended up crossing out in Calvard, and it felt like, okay. And then, Crossbell was like, maybe they're doing this so that Crossbell can be free of Erebonia and Calvard, which is kind of true, but it went deeper than that. I think this was really the first, like, tinge of an Otno. I just didn't know how far it would go until we got to Azure. I was sussing up here, but it took me a while, but we got to the Otno because we were sussing down here at Crossbow. Very cool. I love it. I have nothing else. I don't think there's too much. There are some other things that I still want to think about. If I don't believe we know the full story about Guy, because we would have gotten some little cutscene. When that story is actually revealed, we'll get that little cutscene. We'll probably get a little CG or another CG into another CG. And we will see his final words. That's what this game does. If I don't get that, and that's another thing about how I've been able to build. This is what, when I'm building worlds for this game especially, or when I was thinking to myself, I've played 3 of these games already. I know how they do reveals. If they have not given me that style of reveal yet, then I don't have all the answers. So I don't have all the answers for that. I also feel like we haven't had, we got like the past like CGs for, old girl, Demiurgus, right? Or the original Septarion, you know what I mean? I don't know, let me stop. It's been 35 minutes. I could go on, y'all. I could have a whole 3-hour episode of Corkboard time. I need to be respectful of the time that we have here today. Here, let's get in here. Because I'm very excited to play this chapter. Don't feel the same, man. It don't feel the same. Alright, well, let's load this. This is my first time here. You know what I was kind of thinking when, Merkaba. Unit 5. This is a snazzy little ship, dude. Yeah, that's number 9. Who's in which one? I guess Wazi and... Yes, correct. I was gonna say, Wazi and Abbas are probably in one, and then the other 2 in the other. Oh my gosh, look at them! Look at them together! We'll take care of the ions part for you, just as planned. You guys be careful out there. Same to you, Heretic Hunter. Oh, pardon me. Thousand Hand Guardian. He gave that up. That's true. It may not be your title anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't live up to it rather every now and then. I guess not. I gathered you derived. Goodness gracious, Abbas, what a handsome dude. I gather you derived your new title from the legendary Thousand Arms herself, Rufina Argent. It is a very fitting father comment. Thanks. Sounds like a long story. You don't know the half of it, Lloyd. Hey, Lloyd, things are gonna get tough, so hang in there, okay? Crossbell being in the spot it is, I wouldn't count on any outside help swooping in to save the day. If I have one piece of advice, it's this. Don't forget the bonds you made along the way. You'll need them. The bonds I made? Understood. I'll keep that in mind. Reese is like... so close to the camera. May Idios watch over you, Lloyd. And give Ellie my regards when you come to her aid. Right, I'll make sure I do. Cool. What was that? What's going on? I've activated the optical camouflage. Keep in mind, the effect itself is not infallible, rather. Our top speed has been reduced as a drawback. In short, if we tried to fly into the restricted airspace at this speed, the Aeon geared towards mobility would catch us in no time. We wouldn't stand a chance in a direct confrontation. That's why we're going to have Merkaba 5 play decoy. So what you're saying is they'll give us the opening we need to infiltrate. This seems really dangerous. We've seen what those things are able to do. You know? He's just talking now. That's crazy. Show us what the Grail's protectors can do then. Thank you. Just a second. Oh, here, we can speed up. Oh my gosh! Burn, there it is. That thing's terrifying. Yeah, it shoots though. You know what I mean? That's putting. Oh. That's so dangerous. Finale, the path we choose. Yo, I actually don't know if I'm ready for this to end. I've actually really enjoyed these 2 games. But there's a third. Technically, you know what I mean? The one that's technically like Cold Steel 5 and Crossbow 3. Okay. I really like this game. I have. So seeing finale really, it really felt real to me in that moment. I was like, we're almost done, man. Maybe not almost done for real. We probably got like a good chunk of episodes left. There's probably a good like several hours of content in this final chapter, but like, you know. We managed to slip through, but from the looks of it, the land of Crossbow has already integrated with the Septarium. If we're not careful, the ions will come after us again. So there's a limit to how much we can rely on this airship. Correct. Were we to land, the size of the craft would readily betray our presence to the network of... Oh, right. That grass is all the way through Crossbow. Exactly. So getting us on the ground is going to be a hassle. To combat that, I plan to use a blind spot outside of the Septium Veins regions. A blind spot? By nature, the Septium Veins influence is large enough to span the breadth of the land. However, even among streams of Septium Veins, there yet exists a small region free of their purview. Think I get it. So if we land in one of those gaps, we won't be noticed. That's about the size of it. As it so happens, the point we're at now is the exact kind of spot we've been looking for. Okay, Sandbar on St. Ursula Road. It's the same area where that cryptid appeared. Interesting why that is a blind spot. How did you figure out this is a safe zone so quickly? Well, Abbas and I already scouted it out beforehand, obviously. Once things in Crossbow went south, we set up a little parlor trick and made our escape. So that's where you were. Oh, very thorough of you. To be fair, this is the only place like it we know of so far. In the future, we'll have to find other blind spots where we can land. Now then, what's the plan? There's no way for us to get into the city with that barrier around it. I know that. Still, I think it would be best to get our feet on the ground now. I want to get a feel for what's going on down there with my very eyes. Every little bit counts. We can use this opportunity to check on the situation at St. Ursula Hospital. Fair enough. Then descend we shall. What troubles you? My voice? My lovely voice? Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. I know it's a little late to ask him. But why exactly you're going out of your way to help us, Late? There's a little something I heard about the dragon that appeared during the Liberal incident. Basically, holy beasts aren't allowed to interfere with the fates of Septarions, right? Just so. This is a provision of the covenant we have made. However, the Septarion of Mirage has long since been lost. My duty has already come to an end. With those shackles removed, I am permitted to act more freely. I'm gonna bite somebody. Yeah, I hope Zeit lives through this, dude. Lending a modicum of help to the children of man should be within my bounds. So that's how it is. Is that why you helped us during the Warhound case back then? You assume correctly. I cannot give you my indefinite support, but I can grant you my aid for the time being. You may simply consider this part of my role as a police dog, if it pleases you so. Yeah, sure, glad to have you aboard. That's right, the three of us are going to have to make do on our own for now. When you're ready to disembark, just let Abbas know and he'll take us down. The Merkaba also offers a few facilities at your disposal. Feel free to bother the crew for new equipment or supplies if you want to use the orbital factory. Got it, thanks. Oh, hey. Okay. Sure. I thought he said he temporarily unjoined the party. As he does not have an Enigma 2, you cannot customize his quartz. He does, however, have access to high-level arts. Be aware that Zeit also does not possess an S-craft. Additionally, you will be able to control Lloyd while on only Lloyd on the Merkaba. All other members will be on standby within the ship. You will, however, still be able to manage all members' equipment in the camp menu and browse on their behalf at the shop and factory. Very cool. Love that. Okay, let me break this out real quick. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum, boom, boom, boom. Because I know one of these episodes is going to essentially be me reading these books. Okay. The restroom works like the car. Wazzy, oh my gosh, the Mishi Mobile. No, where is it? I don't care about the ship. Where's my Mishi Mobile? Wazzy, once you acquire, and the Squire rather, behind the counter twice. Talk to Squire. Okay, so there's not much to do on this bit, but I would like to look around. Hello, Squire.
Nice to meet you. My name is Ventos, and I'm a squire with the church. I'm in charge of managing the ship's equipment. We have plenty of gear and accessories in stock, so please let me know if you need anything before starting an operation.
They only have you handling all that? Sounds like you guys are pretty strapped for personnel.
Well, to be fair, we were out of action for the longest time until Father Wazzy suddenly called on us. It was all we could do to pull together a skeleton crew on such
short notice.
Well, it was a pretty urgent situation. It's been 2 years since we all worked together. I really miss bossing you all around. Right, I should get back to work.
Working for Wazzy must be rough. I bet he'd have a lot to talk about with the Testaments.
You're right. Don't forget, you can buy all kinds of gear and accessories here. Just let me know if you need anything. And yes, Father Wazzy has always had a squires wrapped around his little finger. It's impressive that Abbas managed to keep him in check while we were away.
Hilarious.
I
mean, this is good. It's way better than like, I mean, I can't see it. Oh, there's actually not a lot to, whatever. Well, actually, I will buy. Never mind, he has it equipped. Okay, yeah, we'll chill. I mean, I could buy some items. I'm not against buying a couple smoke grenades. No. Battle scopes, we have 19, never mind. I'm not buying any. Wazzy can do that. Oh, do I need to re-equip Wazzy stuff? Certainly not. Certainly so. What did I have on him? Sure, take that. Interesting. What did I don't know what I had on you, sir. I'll just take that. That's fine. I mean, you have no blues. I mean, you do, I guess. Whatever. Wazzy, what's up? It's a good thing we found that gap between the Septium Veins' influence on Ursula Road before things went downhill. From now on, we'll have to manually detect other blind spots around the state if we want to land somewhere else. The Merkaba is shorthanded as it is, so we're not exactly in an enviable position. Yeah, that much is clear. All we can do is take one step at a time to clear this barrier. Finding our comrades, bringing Kia back, even in the most optimistic circumstances, is not going to be easy. That it won't, so for now, we'll just have to do things the hard way. We're far from an enviable position. All we can do is take one step at a time. On a lighter note, the Merkaba's onboard facilities are yours to use as you see fit, rather, so make yourself at home. We have weapons, armor, accessories, also an orbital factory, not to mention a place to sleep upstairs. Feel free to get acquainted with the crew while you check everything out. Alright, well, let's go get acquainted with the crew, dude. Hey, Zay, what's good, Big Z? So, we are headed to St. Ursula, are we? Zay? You needn't mind me. I was merely reminiscing about St. Ursula. Oh, because we know the story. Speaking of which, we have been allies for many moons now. Yet in spite of that, I believe this will be the first time we travel together on the highway. You're right. Funny how that works, huh? Still, there's a first time for everything. We'll be counting on you down there, Zite. Indeed. I look forward to observing your much vaulted leadership abilities as well. Be aware that I am unable to utilize those orbments, as you call them, during battle. However, as a divine wolf, I can perform a number of skills and crafts that will prove useful to you, just as they have in the past. But as far as leadership goes, I will once again be deferring to you, my lord. Thank you. We'll take a little nap. Looked like Wazzy wasn't actually, I was gonna say he wasn't actually full, but like thinking out loud, he actually just likely needed a heal after what had just happened. I would like to come back down because there was a door down here. Oh hey, what's up? Oh, okay, this is our synthesized person. Quartz, no. Slot. I feel like you're gonna be useful now, buddy.
You were useful before, but now you're even more useful. Let's talk. So you're the SSS, right? My name's Juno. I'm in charge of the engine room aboard the Merkaba Unit 9. I can handle synthesizing quartz and tuning your battle ordnance here at our orbital factory. Really? They train squires to do that? Ha! I've always been good with my hands, as it so happens. I kind of enjoy this work. Now that Ouroboros has shown their cars, the church can't overlook their involvement. I hope we can work together to resolve this detective banning. So, yeah, of course, we're counting on you. Yeah, we'll be fine. Nothing here, nothing there. Okay. I was gonna say, there's no books in here, right? Talk to Wazi, talk to the Squire in front of the onboard factory, talk to Zait. After landing, return to the airship and talk to Abbas. Okay. Okay, well, let's go ahead and land. Okay. Let's go ahead and land. There we go. Hey, what's up, buddy? Well, have you figured out our next course of action? Yeah, we decided that we're going to land here for now. I have to say, though, you and Wazi being in the Grolls Order was a heck of a surprise. Yeah! I pegged them a little bit lower. They were way more important than I had ever anticipated. But maybe I should have really considered that more so when he was able to beat Demon Vald. But even taking a step further back, I like in my brain I was like, he had Ashley to help him with some weapons, but I think he may have done most of the heavy lifting, you know what I mean? Just for the sake of deceiving Archbishop Arelda, he is a detractor of ours due to inter-congressional conflict, right? Or congregational. Simply put, the thought process was that no one would expect a Dominion to pose as the head of a street gang, which is true. And I guess it worked. Come to think of it though, you guys did name your group the Testament, not to mention all the crusades you went on. I suppose we did. I thought we would be less conspicuous if we were intentionally, a crude imitation. I can't deny that. You doubled down so hard on your stick, no one would have guessed it was authentic, Lamal. Anyway, are we good to land wherever? Yes. The spot we were aiming for has been already pinpointed. You only need to say the word. Yeah, well, understood. Confirm your destination. Oh, neat. So, like, once we find more locations, I see. We won't be able to go back to Crossbow in a long time, probably. I think the others are going to keep monitoring the situation from above. That's the plan. They're more likely to be discovered if they stay at lower ground level. Now then. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Oh, it's just like what Sister Marble did. I see, you're employing the Grall's thaumaturgy for this. Earth's amber glow, rather. Space's golden glow. By your congruent natures, form anew a sanctuary to protect this chariot from watchful eyes. What is this, huh? A warp circle capable of stabilizing the gap between the septium veins and fluids. It is also invisible to anybody who hasn't been aboard the Merkaba. Impressive, no? In any case, it should last us for the time being. I'm speechless. I guess it's finally dawning on me that you really are one of the church's knights. After working with you for so long, rather, it's tough to actually picture you that way. I'm still the cool, always collected playboy you've always known, Lloyd. But never mind that, what's our next move? Should we try heading to St. Ursula? Yeah, I'd like to confirm the situation while we're there. It also wouldn't hurt to at least scout out the path towards Crossbell City to see what it's like. I'm fine with that as well. However, be aware that cryptids have begun to appear on highways due to the Ploroma grass. It would be wise to tread carefully. Duly noted. Let's be off, huh? Hello? Okay. Examining warp circles will return you to the Merkaba. Speak to Abbas to select a destination. And warp to that warp circle, rather, a number of available warp circles will increase throughout the story. Very cool. Hey Abbas, what's up? We just received a communication that the Merkaba 5, they have managed to successfully throw the Aeon off their trail. Good. Worry not, Father Kevin and his crew are unharmed. That's good news, huh? Hold on a second. If you're over here, who's flying the Merkaba, Abbas? You need not be concerned. I control the majority of the Merciless functions from where I am now. There's no need for me to be at the helm while the ship is hovering above our landing spot in autopilot mode. Flying elsewhere will require Wazi's command and extra vigilance against Aeon interference, but for right now, our current setup will suffice. I see, the ship is seriously advanced. Never mind that, you should make sure your gear is in order before disembarking. Speak to me again when you're ready to land. Flying elsewhere will require yep. Don't worry, yep. Okay, cool. What is my gear looking like? I think we're good. What's my quartz looking like? Yeah, we're fine. Hey, take me down. So it'll always play a little short little cutscene, I see. I think Wazi's probably fine. Oh hey, we're back. Yeah, this is where we found the place. So what happens if I step on this? Will they know that I'm here? Hey, Kia. Hi, Kia. Oh, man. Okay, we already got that. So I think Jessica said this was like a new game plus a boss or something. Okay, that's an enemy we've already fought before. What I want to do is now bring up this comms again. Talk to Zeit and Cecile. Okay, so once we actually get to St. Ursula. Fair enough, huh? I kind of want to scout the path first, huh? Also, I hadn't saved. Man, I don't see no. I don't see no. Oh, yeah. I know. I still don't see no. What are they saying? I was about to say archaisms, not archaisms. Oh. I don't know if I should fight this with just the three of us. This seemed like a bad idea, but I've had worse. Oh yeah, never mind. We'll be fine. I'm fully confident again. I want them to all come over here. That's not cool. What is your dodge like? Pretty good, probably. Oh, wait. Analyze it. What do you have? Oh my god. What is your... Oh my god. Okay. Y'all, this is literally not cool. I wanted you all to... Do we have taunt or anything? No? Man, if y'all don't get over here, dude... Here, sure. You... Oh. Yeah, sure. So did that end my, So yeah, that MP is noted. We're gonna keep doing the impede thing, aren't we? I mean, I guess Wazi can just use, like... Can't do that. Oh, I did not mean to skip that. He has a new one. I need to, in my brain, make sure I watch it. Oh yeah, you don't have S-Crest, so I might as well just like... I feel like I do want to actually have Wazi have a... I want him to have a something that heals him. Because Lloyd shouldn't be healing anybody. Whoa. Oh. Wazi's low. I mean, it's fine. Heal him. I mean, I guess you can keep trying to use an art, I guess. No, do not escape, no. Art, thank you. Yeah, sure, this is fine. Waz, we gotta get you dodging, boy. You just walk over here, Waz. Get over there and look pretty. Watch them keep trying to hit Lloyd. Come over here now. Ooh, do you love these flowers? Check them out. Alright, you can also do something. You can do this again. And you walk over here real quick, huh? I was gonna say, you need him. And hey, you walk over here, like, oh my gosh, look at the sidewalk, huh? Lloyd's taking a sweet time to go, actually. You go pet him. Hello, who's a good boy? It is me. I am a good boy. Guys, you having fun over there? A lot, sir. Very good. Oh, you learned what? You learned 7th shot. Very good. Emerald Gem. Okay, so I think all of the... If we run into any of those guys on here, they are going to give us, like, the max level of orbment, it seems like. I keep forgetting that there's, like, a quick save thing here. Okay. Oh, come on down. Do. Well, I mean... Oh my gosh, that thing scared the living daylights out of me. Jeez Louise, dude. That was not okay. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even have like the thing on the map, you know what I mean? So am I even supposed to fight that? I was gonna say, are these guys even aggro to me? They are. I'm gonna save. I don't want to fight that thing. Yeah, I don't want to fight that with this. Can I? Okay, yeah, I can. I think this was a bad idea. Personally. Can I run? I will attack it anyway.
Yes.
Maybe it's weaker than the other ones that we fought, but also I think we had a pretty easy time beating this the last time. We just need to impede him. You can do this on all 3 of them. Wazzy's just gonna have a bad time, it looks like. I think outside of the middle one, those guys just do regular attacks. Now, the problem is, I need to revive him. Okay, never mind, we'll be fine. Very good. Hey, he's okay. Right, acid rain. Screw that. No. I have items for... You can't use items, that's really funny. I think no. I was gonna say, I thought I could get them all. I think I should have had the rest of my party for this. Reincarnate? Wait, he was using his craft? I'm gonna die. He didn't die? Oh, you do have this? Y'all, I didn't even check to see if he had. Never mind. I'm a fool. That doesn't go until way later. Oh, that's good. Well, you should still be able to, yeah, bring him back first. Oh, that goes way later. He gets to go. That's good. Yes. 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 This one first, I think. For you. I think he is not going to acid rain again. You now must impede so that he can heal himself. Oh, if you counter on a crit, you get the crit. I don't know if I've ever really realized that. Very good. I think we're actually going to win this fight. Broadly fine. I'm gonna have you revive him. Now that I know that Zai can just be my healer. Okay. I now want you to just walk away. I am actually going to slow this down, do this, pop this, because then he will be able to do this and he'll be able to go again. And because he has, yes, great. I was gonna say, because he has the stuff, I want to worry about him needing enough EP for, oh my gosh, you sack of trash. You're not supposed to be here. This is probably worth it. Healing Wazi is probably more worth it. Yeah, that's fine. You? Mr. I need you to impede the boy. Thank you. Okay. So now you are both fine. Well, Lloyd is fine. So I was gonna say I've definitely gotten all of you before. Oh, you actually do have a good one of these. Pop that on. And you do that. And you just hit him because he could try and do that again. Yep. I need you to impede. I'm sorry, I didn't realize coming down here would lead me to not a long fight, but I mean a fight none the. Oh my gosh, Wazi, that was not ideal, but also I think he might have gotten the kill on that arm, so it doesn't really matter that much. Cool. You. Oh. You. Give Zeit some EP, dude. He's a good boy who deserves it. Okay. So I need you to probably do this one. Have I not scanned this guy? Is it a different version of this guy?
Oh, I might not have scanned the other 2 arms. Whatever. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Well, I mean, this is more important. You two need to not die to acid rain that's probably about to come up. No, it's that one. Okay, that's fine. In that case, you analyze them, I suppose. Here is not the dilemma, but here's what, never mind. I was gonna say, yeah, I need to do it this way. I was gonna say we could have had enough to, oh no, he's doing that again. That actually worked out perfectly for me. Craft, yeah, we'll do this in the line. Also, we could just do this, I guess. Make Leloy hit for longer, or harder. You still have plenty, so you can just pop another one of those. You are going to have to impede one more time. Okay, actually, we're just gonna team attack him. I really want to, yep. Does Zeit get included on this? Please. Yeah! I am, man. Get him, Zeit. Beat him up, break the plan, break the plan. All right, great. Beautiful. Okay, very good. That one wasn't like a monster extermination spot though. So are those just around? I don't want this. I'm leaving. I still don't want this. I'm leaving. I still don't want this. I'm leaving. Bro. I'm still leaving. We lost the 80% too. I think I would have been frustrated. Angry wouldn't have been the word. Frustrated would have been the word. Okay, I am just peeking around to see if there are any specific spots that have a like a designated monster exterminator. Oh yeah, this tower is probably looking like a rainbow or something. Oh man. There's some dudes down there. Wait, look there. Oh, it's one of Ariron's knights. So, Ouroboros is guarding this place, are they? The girl in the armor keeping watch over there is one of the Steel Maiden's subordinates. And look at the archaisms rather she has with them. I haven't seen any like those before. The Society used those models during the Liberl incident. They were designed for hand-to-hand combat efficiently. I believe they're called Vanguard units. We've heard that before. Sounds like they're more trouble than they're worth. Pulling out may be our best option for now. I have to say though, Wazi, you seem to know a lot when it comes to Society. Fair observation, I guess you could say that I'm somewhat familiar with them. What if all along he's actually the Grandmaster? The Church's Knights and the Society are said to have confronted each other in countless times under the veil of history shadows. That is true. We know of one of those incidents, actually. One man got turned to assault. Know thine enemy, the old adage, holds true, even among two forces as powerful as them. Well, the thing is, circumstances are always shifting between the Church and Ouroboros. Frankly, it's at a pretty vicious rat race. Oops, there I go, airing our dirty laundry. Good thing Abbas isn't here to chew me out. I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know how he puts up with you. Anyway, let's keep our distance from this place for the time being. Okay, that's fine. But he said we'll come back when we have a plan of attack, so that's not going to be like that forever. When the sun shines, we'll shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Now it's raining more than ever. I know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, A. The heck? I was just, you know, riffing a little bit with the umbrella. Then I saw this whole wall. It had the perfect. I was like, A. So that wall should. I was gonna say that wall should come down to about right here. Yeah. Hello.
We made it all the way to the barrier. Seeing it up close like this makes me sick. You can tell from the Merkaba that it's covering all of Crossbow like a dome. Reminds me of the Simpsons movie. I think they had a dome over them. But some things can still pass through. Ration trucks, emergency vehicles, and the Defense Force and the Red Constellation, to name a few. Who exactly receives the authorization to do so is likely decided by none other than the President. Yes, and those without permission will find themselves unable to breach their way in by any physical means. Until the barrier itself has been dealt with, attempting to enter the city would prove a futile use of our time. I know. Keep waiting for me, Kia. I'm coming. Oh, wow. Does that damage us? No? Okay. When the sun shines, we'll shine together. That's kind of neat that it actually does like a little effect there. I thought we would just be running against a wall. Nice little detail. Completely unnecessary, but still a nice little detail. Goodness gracious, I keep running into these things. Good job. Alright, great. I'll take the, like, 2 experience. Okay, let's try not to run into anything else that's gonna give us 1 experience, you know what I mean? I was about to do it again. Almost happened again. I'm leaving this time. Thank you. What was the name of that quartz that I really liked in the, I think, 1st and 2nd chapter, but not in the 3rd chapter because I think it just stopped existing? I don't remember what it was exactly. I'm gonna go, since we're here again. Might as well. Oh, this is towards, can I visit the Fisherman's Guild, actually? Oh, I must. I simply must. What was I saying? We came down here. I actually remember there being, not in this game. I was saying something about the, oh yeah, what was the name of that quartz that I liked that kind of just made, it was either made the enemies not detect us at all, or I could just run straight through the enemies. So one of the two. I don't remember what it was, but I liked it, and then I was sad to learn that it does not exist anymore. I think you got a pretty late game too. I digress though. Yeah, nothing's available that way. Oh wait, I can test it. I should at least be doing this for the court, you know what I mean? I got this chest, right? Yes. Parisha, thank you. I miss Randy already. He had, his things were so long. You come to here. Oh, I have to go to Tangram Gate to get to the boathouse. I keep forgetting the Fisherman's Guild, first of all, is not this way, but secondly, the Fisherman's Guild is actually technically back in the city. Hey, poor girly actually. Dude, I did not want that. We're leaving. Dude, I gotta win these 50-50 sometime, you know what I mean? Thank you. If you don't stop chasing me, you don't stop running away from me. I hate those ones, the ones that blow up. What's up this way again? Oh, just a chest. Oh, a shiny. Cooling spray. Oh, look at that. That bell is certainly, certainly blue. Azure, rather. Uh-oh. What? Okay, now hold on a minute. You cheated. Not the Elon. Okay, this man's really loves some magic on him, but first I unfortunately need to do this. And I'm going to just set up so that you guys have better strength defense, because he's gonna probably do some things. Very good. Or we lowered their strength defense. So maybe we'll actually be able to hit him now. A little bit. What is he weak to? Round and Mirage. Status effects? Just downs. I don't know if that's exactly worth it, but whatever. Are you stun him? You sack of trash? Oh, that's a C attack. That's a C attack. We have to move. Uh-oh. They'll be fine. Oh, I missed one of them. I didn't know that could miss. Actually, Lloyd, maybe you should have stayed in the way. I actually do think we should all hit from, I'm sorry, be in different locations. He's alive. Oh, you're muted? That's some trash. So that's a heal. You can't confuse. Sure, heal Zeit. Zeit's gonna heal you next turn anyway. Arts. Heal all the way. Hey, I got you. I'm gonna still put that to the test. But also, I know that this impede, well, you can't even get him, which is funny. I'm gonna take 2 steps forward. I can't impede this. I can't impede the C. I know Oh, I can? I thought I couldn't. I thought I just had to move out of the way and kind of tank them. Okay, never mind. This guy's cooked. Here, you hit that again. You can hit that. And you can hit this. You know what might be kind of neat? Having you have like the magic up, magic down. But whatever. Here, take some earth. No, I want you to continue dodging. So add some strength to yourself. I mean, I guess you could impede him. You can't. Sure. Reflect. Does that mean it actually goes all the way back to them? Because I feel like I should have been using that some more. If there's a physical version of that, that might be nice. Like the mares from Persona. I used to love them. Oh, I just missed him. Oh, and that's actually not a terrible. That's actually really good for Lloyd as our dodge tank. If he's not getting hit by anything physical, he can put up a magic attack. They're just don't can't touch this. You know what I mean? Here, just keep hitting him, I guess. We'll just do that. We don't need any heavy attacks. We can do it bit by bit. Hit him twice. Why not? And revives and heal all. That's 600 though? No, thank you. I was trying so hard to save him, dude. I tried so hard. I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it didn't even matter. I guess for a turn, you could probably just bring him back to life. Then this turn, you can heal him. Lloyd, you can impede him, so he can have a bad time. And you can, yeah, do the bigger one, I guess. Oh yeah, absolutely Team Russia.
Thank you. Didn't do too much because, you know, fair enough. I need to, in my brain, remember I can't, like, immediately team rush some of these guys because some of them, like, absorb physical, and I definitely have done that before, and I feel like that enemy or enemy type is going to come back again, and I need to say to myself, you've learned your lesson, right? Don't immediately just say, is this the right thing to do right here, right now? Absolutely, always team rush. Usually it is, but, like, you know what I mean? If like, you can do a better set up for something else, then maybe we don't team rush. But I like the all-out attack. Very good. Also very good. Arts, no. Crafts, impede him. I mean, I guess Zai could use, actually. Yeah, Zai, here. In fact, have a little medium here, buddy. And you can now give, nothing. Here. Unironically, I think you have to heal them. You have to keep hitting this. You actually, someone has to give him stuff, you know what I mean? The thing is, him and EP, all of his stuff is great, but like... Here, you hit there. Oh, he came over here? I don't like that. I didn't want that. Sure. I need you to heal one of them. Zeit is lower. Zeit is close though, so I probably can't use an item on him, so that's nice. Item, EP, sure. I know EP is gonna be so important for us in the near future though. I don't really think we need this so much over here, as much as we need a this here. And I need him to just continue doing magic. So. No. Let's hit him. So you have the 200. You will continue popping that. He's almost gone. You can pop that. And you can hit him. If you don't mind. Thank you. I did not get a chance to use this and view it before, so let's view it this time. I don't know if this is magical, or I assume it's magic. Maybe not though. Oh, he's almost. How much HP does he have? 108? Zai, you can actually just bite it. Go for it. That's fine. I did it. Ah, woo. Okay, good amount of experience too. Not a level up for Leloid, but a level up for Zeit, and actually for what? Oh, never mind. It is a level up for us. I misread. I was reading them backwards. Whew, that one really got the jump on us. But if the cryptids are appearing on the highways, there's no way any buses are running to the city, right? I can't imagine they are. Though I doubt the defense force would have much trouble coming and going in those armored cars of theirs. So without them, there's no way to get the citizens, to the hospital rather. The citizens' health must be suffering for it. Yes, that is a natural conclusion. Ursula herself must be looking down at us in grief. Well, here's the thing. We have like, we have a new Septarion, which is probably just like, they're all healed. Ursula, you mean the same woman from the Saints and the White Wolf? Wait, don't tell me the White Wolf from that story was you, Zeit. The tale of a young caretaker who was marked for death by a feudal lord, but wound up inspiring him instead. She's considered a saint in the church's canon, too. Yes, and in life, she was a compassionate young woman. However, she did not lose her life as the story depicts. Rather, this is new.
So she escaped death.
後に騎士と添い
She
遂
would
げ
then come to marry the knight who spared her. In fact, their descendants still live in these lands. The descendant of Saint Ursula and the knight whom she married.
そうだったのか。
I feel like that might be something. Is this something that should be obvious to me and I'm just not realizing it? Saint Ursula descendant slash knight descendant. And I'm sure that is. Oh, I hope it's not like the Croy family. That'd be hilarious. Huh. Truth is often stranger than fiction. Okay. I guess they're. I wonder if they are in this game or from another game. They're descendants. Huh? Pardon me. Haha. This is where I earned one of my fishing badges. Huh? Give me. Thank you. Actually, yes. Give me. And then you perish. Excellent. We'll come this way, Saint Ursula. Let's do it.
あれは
Look, over there. Oh, we're not ready for this fight. Defense force
警備
unit.
中かな。
They're guarding the hospital. The timing couldn't be worse. Huh?
さすがにここで。
We can't afford to lose, to have those soldiers spot us here.
まあ
Right, it'd be easier to just avoid them. That said, we have no idea, of knowing the gaps in their patrols. Huh?
どうやらこの病院
I believe Tio is within the
Tioがいる。
hospital. What?
マジか。
Oh, so we get Tio first. Okay. Good. Heal. Are you certain? Yes, I can
か
pick
すか
up
に
a
匂い
faint
を
trace
感
of
じ
her
る
scent.
それ以外の支援
However, I do
課
not
の
believe there are
メン
any
バー
other
は
SSS members there.
まさか
Tio, don't tell
ティーバー
me.
からどこか
Was she hurt? She is not there to be treated, is she? Alas, my nose does have its limits. Follow your nose for the fruity taste that
さ
shows.
すがに少々
However, I cannot deny that I share your sentiment of concern. What should we do?
少し裏技になるけど
I may have a little trick up my sleeve. If I pull this one off, we should be able to confront the soldiers without them calling for reinforcements. Really? What are you gonna do? I'm going to strip. Wazi! Oh, I should have known you already had a plan in mind. You flatter me. What's your call, Lloyd? You don't even need to ask.
すぐにでも仕掛け
One of our own needs us, so we're
なん
going.
としても
I'm not about to pass up an opportunity to get Tio back. Then let us be off. I like
それ
Zay.
じゃあ電気の石火で
Sure, we'll be in and out like a bolt from the sapphire blue. Like a bolt from the blue. Like a bolt from the blue. I'm sorry, I had horrific flashbacks to a certain Reaper's review. Let's continue. Let's see what his plan is. Hopefully it's not fighting, because Wazi's gonna be walking to that. Prepare first. Well, that sounds like I will be fighting. I hope his plan is knocking them all out. This is boring. Why we get assigned here on Watch Places of All Duty? There's barely any, even anything to watch. Huh? Quit complaining. Bannings, that fugitive from the SSS, is still on the lam. Ha! What's a single detective gonna do if he shows up here? He'd be done for. Besides, if he has any common sense, rather, he's probably booked it from the state by now. Still, I heard that he had some kind of crazy monster bailing him. They said it ate up the entire 4th Regiment. You don't suppose it's true? Sounds like a little bull to me. But enough about that. If we're here, we might as well check on how Ilya's doing. She's still hospitalized, right? Yeah, she should be. She was banged up pretty bad back then. I hope she makes a speedy recovery.
それは同感だよ
At least we can agree on that.
ロイド・バーニングス
Lloyd Bannings?
本当に現
He
れ
actually
た
showed up here.
やれやれ
And who exactly are you calling a monster?
いや
I'll give them a break. It's an easy mistake to make with your true
争う
form.
つもりはない
He was giving cryptid to me at first. I'd rather not have to fight you, but if you insist on making us force our way through, then we're going to have to do just that.
生意気な
Cheeky
少
little.
数だ
They're outnumbered. Neutralized a lot of them. Roger.
さあ始めるとしよう
Okay. Are you guys new? Actually? I gotta analyze all of y'all. No, maybe not. Assault rifle, 2 assault rifles, 2 halberds. So we just have to do the 2. So 2 of you. Let's drag them all over here.
Oh, we put them down. Right, he has a thing that does random random things. Oh, I forgot. I'm having fun today. Here, you can analyze. This is the halberd. And you can analyze the other one. The rifle. They're about to get black by my boy. Do you have anything that does? No, you guys can just kind of chill. Actually, he's not gonna get hit.
Yes.
Do we get any more? Ooh, we got fire. Okay, this is like, I don't know. Okay, this is probably not the most optimal thing. You know what I mean? But like, I think it's fun. I think it's the most fun thing to have. Hey, you guys go over here and you guys play pet or something. Indeed, I would like good pets. Excellent. All right, now we will come over here. Any more effects? Yep, petrify. Great, awesome. I love it. And then you over here, and then you over to here. Oh my gosh, and then you over to here, and you just do it. Very good. Very free. Tyrol bomb. So strong. Guess it's my turn now. These are not the droids that you're looking for. A medal from the Gralsritter? Sapphire seal. Oh, sapphire seal of mine. What was the other line that you said? Shining from the abyss. Join with consciousness's silver glow and confer unto them false memories. Oh my gosh, he is saying we are not the droids that we're looking for. What's happening? It's a technique employed by the church that utilizes the power of suggestion. Though I sense that it is not only esoteric force he is applying. Not long ago, you confirmed that a large cryptid was approaching this area. You managed to exterminate it, but due to the wounds you sustained, you decided to return to the base. You made no contact with Bannings, nor were there signs that he could be arriving soon. Yeah, no sign of Bannings. No, none of that. Okay. Guess we're going back, guys. Guess we're going back. Bye. How in the manipulation of that extent should not be possible through mere suggestion? Am I to presume that your technique relies on the power of your stigma? Haha. No keeping secrets from a holy beast, is there? Stigma? Yeah, it's not really something I like to talk about, really, past traumas and so on. Yeah, I guess and the thing is, like, the stigmas all seem to have some sort of, like, real past trauma, so we don't have his full backstory, you know what I mean? That aside, what I did had its limits. The effects will only last 2, maybe 3 days at most. We also can't rely on this too much. The Defense Force will be looking for signs of it once they figure it out. Makes sense, I'll keep that in mind. Wazi? Sight? Oh, what's good, Tio? Oh, you're not hurt. Great. You seem to be doing well. Well, would you look at that? There's some much needed good news. Thank goodness, when I found out you were at the hospital, rather, I assumed the worst. You're okay, right? You weren't injured or anything, were you? Lloyd. Oh, okay. It really is you. Oh, stop, man. Stop, don't do this to me, man. What is that breastplate made of? She speared him. Where have you been this whole time? I heard they put you in prison, but I broke out. It was all over the orbital net. They said you escaped and that the soldiers were chasing you down. I've never been so. I was gonna say she must have been so worried, actually. Oh, Tio. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. But boy, did I break out of jail. I broke out because I'm coming for y'all. We're gonna stop this thing. But I'm okay. Everything's going to be alright now. Also, they do this sometimes, and I think sometimes they do it better than other times, where they don't allow you to press A through the dialogue, and it has to naturally, like, go through. I think in emotional moments like this, that one hit kind of, I was like, I can't even, when she's done, she's done. Zayt and Wazi helped me return to Crossbow. So you can relax, I'm here. Isn't this so romantic? It's a shame we have to interrupt them. Who? Who? Hello? I assume one is Cecile. Oh, Fran!
Hey, what's good, friends? Okay, she's doing all right. Tee, funny meeting you here, Lloyd.
本当に
I'm so glad you're safe. You have no idea how concerned I was, Lloyd. Oh, it's okay, Cecile. Yeah, I'm sorry. I caused all of you some grief. That's on me. Anyway, hey, you look great, friend. Like you're back at 100%. Yep, all my injuries are all healed up now. Have been for a while, actually. But because of everything going on, I haven't been able to go back to work.
そうか
That explains why you're here. Still, I'm glad you're doing better.
ところで
Incidentally, Wazi, why are you dressed like this? Oh, he's Grolsritter. And Zeit, what are you doing here? Oh, he's the divine wolf of the something. It's a bit of a long
と
story.
りあえず今までの
Long
経緯
story or not, they deserve a proper explanation of everything that has happened until now. I can also talk. Huh? Did you just... What's the matter? Yeah, I was gonna say, she's always been able to understand him.
いや
You really can't tell? Oh, I see. You've always been able to understand him, so you haven't noticed, have you? Zeit?
どうして人間
Why are you speaking in human tongue? Lamau. Okay, and that's what happened.
ことが
How did things come to this? The Kuroi family. It's all so complicated, I can't even begin to unpack it.
私たちの住むク
To
ロス
think
で
this would happen to the crossbow we call
過
home.
去にいろいろな経緯が
Now I understand how the past of our state has led to the present
この
situation,
状況も
both in regards to the crisis we're in and as well as what happened to Kia.
あ
Yeah.
俺の望むことは
Right now,
二
there's
つだ
only two things that I want. I want to go seeing my sweet baby girl Kia, and I want some hot pot.
未だ見えていない真
The
実
first is to uncover the truth of all the unanswered questions we have. Oh. What other unanswered questions do we have, Lloyd?
そして
The second is to bring everyone back together, and that includes Kia.
二つだけとか言いな
A
がら
world of full of goals to choose from, rather, and you picked the two most impractical
ま
ones.
あ勝負な
Would
ん
you
だ
expect anything less from him? That's right.
それが
Even
ロイド
prison
さん
couldn't change the kind of lawyer. Yeah, I was gonna say, he was like, this prison, some call it a prison. I call it a barrier.
私の心
With that said, I completely share his
支
sentiments.
援課のメンバー
As a member of the
として
SSS, but more importantly, as one of Kia's guardians, her family, I will be coming back with you
あ
to
りが
fight.
とうティオ
Thank you,
遠慮
Tio.
なく
I wouldn't have it any
力
other
を貸
way.
してでも
Come to think of it, how did you end up at St. Ursula of all places? I was brought here by Arios on Maribel's orders, I suspect.
支援課のメンバ
They
ー
divided up the members of the SSS into different
そ
locations
れぞ
before
れ別
placing
の
us
場
all
所
under
で
surveillance.
下手に一緒の
As for
場所に
why,
い
I
ると
believe they suspected that if we were all in prison together, we would band as one and attempt to dissuade Kia. And we would probably succeed.
なるほど
Well, they're not
と
wrong.
なると
In that case, we're going to have to search every crack we can to try and track down Ellie and Randy. There's,
ク
but
ロ
not
スベル市にい
Noel?
たら解放するのは不可能だけど
I understand. There's also the possibility that they're currently in Crossbow City. You know what? I haven't lost hope, you guys. Look. We're gonna be on dire straits, and Noelle is going to turn her back on the CGF, and everything's gonna be okay. Yo, I really hope I'm not just like holding out hope for real. Which would make reaching them impossible.
ティオがここにいたってことは
Then again, the fact that Tio was here means there's a good chance that they're both elsewhere in the state.
そうね
That's true. Assuming Kia's in the city, they would want to keep you as far away from her as possible. So I assume they're over in like Mines and the other place, Amorica maybe. I don't know why they keep there. You know what I mean? I have a question.
私も一緒に
Can I come? Really? Can I come with you guys too?
普段
Fran?
フランさん
Where's this coming from? I know I can't fight on the front lines like the rest of you,
それでも
but I can still be your operator just like I was before.
でも
You mentioned something about using Waz's airship to get around, don't you? That's perfect. I can help you from there while you're on the ground, please.
普段
Fran,
ロイドさん
should we, Lloyd? Well,
確かに
I'll
メルカバ
admit
も
the
人手不
Merkaba
足
is
だ
short
か
on staff.
ら
We
助か
could
る
use
ん
the
だこ
help.
ればっかりは
But I'll leave the decision in...
Lloyd,
Oh, absolutely! Let's be clear. It's gonna be dangerous. Right now, your sister's loyalty lies with the Defense Force,
国
Fran.
防軍で働いて
You
いる
will be fighting against her.
俺たちについてくるとい
Coming
う
up
こ
with
とは
us means you're
Noel
going
to対立する
up
こと
against Noelle. I hate that.
それは
Are you
分
really
かって
okay
い
with
るの
that?
か
Yes. Yes, I am.
もちろん
Obviously, I don't want to fight Noe.
それでも
But even still,
私だって
I have a job to do as a member of the CPD.
警察官
Not of the Defense Force, of the CPD! Let's go, friend! Maybe you were always the better sister.
こんな危機的
I can't just stand back and watch all of this happen to my home.
そうか
I
分
understand.
かった
Alright? We're happy to have you aboard, friend. Yes! Thank you for doing this, Lloyd.
フランさん
It's good to have you back, Fran. It is good to have her
アッ
back.
バスの仕事も
Better than good for
少しは
Abbas. His
楽になりそうだ
workload is about to go down drastically. Sounds like everything is settled then.
あ
Yeah, I guess that means it's time for us to head out, Cecile. Of course, promise me rather you'll be careful out there.
私は直接
Sadly, there isn't
みんなの
much I can do to help you
力になってあげ
directly
ることは
right
できない
now.
ここで仕事を
After all, my
し
place is here at the hospital, so
みんなの無事を
even
祈
so,
ってい
I'll be
る
praying for your
あり
safety.
がとう
Thank you. That's
それで
more than
十分
enough.
セシルさん
Thank you for everything, Cecile. You took such good care of me. I owe you my life. Literally. Oh, Fran. Now, keep crying like that and you'll spoil that cute little face of yours. Come to think of it, Fran, don't you have things to pack before you leave with
着
them?
替えくらいは
You
持
should
って
prepare a
いた
change
方
of
がいい
clothes at
ぞ
least. Oh, you're right. I need to get all my stuff together. Sorry, guys. I'll get it done as quick as I can, so sit tight. Maybe we can walk around the hospital a little bit.
なか
Things
な
will
か
be much
賑やかに
livelier
なり
with
そう
her
だ
on
な
メ
board.
ルカバの中も
Of course, part of the reason I was in favor, was for the sake of the Merkaba's morale.
そう
Fran.
いえば
Oh, just one more thing came to mind. What is happening? Oh, okay. What is it?
よかったら待っている間
While you're waiting for, why don't you take this opportunity to say hi to Inspector Donovan? Aw, yeah, man, I missed him. And Ilya. She's awake? Wait, you mean that they're, that's right, they're both woke up not too long
イリア
ago.
さんの方は
Sadly, Ilya is in no condition to be on her feet. Inspector Donovan is recovering well, however. Good. Thank goodness they're both doing better. I think it's a great idea. It'll stave our boredom off while we wait for Fran, if nothing else. Yeah, let's go see them.
私もお付き合いし
Allow
ま
me to
す
join you. I will wait here for you to finish. My presence will likely cause the patients a fair bit of alarm. So thoughtful. Zeit has left the party, but Tio's back, baby! Tio's in the party! Yeah! Alright, I missed her. So we have a St. Ursula sweep. I'll probably talk to just about everyone. But there is a new crossbow times from Curse, which is why I read these things, because I probably would have missed that. I definitely want to read the crossbow times for this month. Yeah, I'm surprised they're getting the crossbow times, dude. Okay. From Kersha? Oh, I want to talk to the both of you first. Well, let's save first. Okay. Hello. That reminds me, we haven't been able to see each other since the day of the president's address, right? You left to follow Kia after Arios took her away, but I never did find out where that led you. Well, I pursued them as far as I could, but once a divine blade reached the lake, I was no longer able to follow. I cannot swim. I wish that I could have done more for Leloy and the others. That was when I returned to my old pack and began making preparations to become Big Wolf. That I ended up causing you undue concern, however, is something I regret in retrospect, Cecile. Haha, it's alright. What matters is that you're safe now, Zayt. The way Lloyd is. Not to mention, you're even helping him rather in Wazi in battle. So thank you for that. Cecile gently patted Zayt's head. That's the good stuff, huh? For some reason, I feel a lot more at ease when I'm with you, Zayt. I'm sorry, I should have asked before petting you like that. I didn't offend you, I hope. No, it was nothing so unpleasant. Can you do it again? Can you call me a good boy? I wonder what's up with Zayt. He's being awfully quiet. Oh, perhaps being pet by Cecile has left him feeling awkward. You're potentially the descendant of the Knight and the Saint Ursula. People have... Actually, didn't people say that she is almost like the coming of Saint Ursula herself? It took me a second. I was like... He was like, that feels good. I'd love to be a pet. There was something way deeper going on there. I almost r/whoosh me almost. Don't worry, I got some long fluffy hair. It'll catch the real straight. I was like, ooh, not quite whoosh, something's caught in my hair. I got you. Something nostalgic about it somehow, as if we've been friends for ages. One would almost think you two were attached by a red string of fate. I don't know if I'm more jealous of Zayt or Cecile. I see. I have my answer to that other question. I should have figured that out a little bit sooner, but that conversation has pretty much sealed the deal. Have you been taking care to study these days, Makad? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't really been in the mood. With everything going on in Crossbow, I find it difficult to focus. I'm too worried about everyone at Lotus Heights. It's completely understandable that you feel this way, but don't forget what you're here for. Make sure you get back to those books once you calm down, okay? And you? I overheard the city kids talking about Arkansas. They're big fans. Oh, are they over there? It's those guys! Oh my gosh! They came to see the hospital, hoping to see Ilya, but stayed after the barrier went up. They've been helping out a lot, in fact. It's nice to know some good kids are being raised in the station, you know? I would like to buy the Crossbow Times. I must read this version of the Crossbow. Abominable Stew. I would like some 3-day stew. That stuff was delicious. I'm poor. Surgical gloves, what do those do? More accuracy? No, forget about it. Before we even continue, I feel like I gotta read the Crossbow Times, but I do want to split this recording and get some water, so I will be right, or maybe I'll get some juice, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we'll go for another about hour and a half. We'll see how true that is. And let's play out. So, I didn't actually read the Crossbow Times, that's what I wanted to do, and check out our books. Crossbow Times. I thought it was 10. Oh, it is. A month in review, Crossbow's independence. So let's see. A month of revolution! As we pass the 1-month anniversary of President Croix's Declaration of Independence, the initial wave of confusion is just now beginning to subside. I'd like to take a moment to examine the changes ushered in by Crossbow's leadership over the previous month. I should have made tea to soothe my pollen voice. Let's talk about it. Volatile independence. Immediately following the declaration, the Imperial and Republican governments denounced Crossbow's independence after waiting out a 24-hour ultimatum. Both nations advanced their armies into Crossbow. The Empire's armored divisions forced their way through the Belgard Gate, and the Republic's armored aviation divisions paved the way for their ground forces. Both armies then moved to invade Crossbow City. However, both advances were stopped by Aeons, cutting-edge archaisms, under the command of the newly independent state. Even the nefarious railway guns mounted at Guerrilla Fortress. Oh my gosh, we'll get to walk there and see it from the Erebonian side. I think that's kind of dope. I am excited for that. Were neutralized by the mighty Aeons upon taking aim at Crossbow City. New state defense weapons deployed. In order to safeguard Crossbow's peace and autonomy, the CDF has deployed a new defensive mechanism that uses powerful orbital waves to create a protective barrier around Crossbow City. Officials say that it will protect the people of the city from all external assaults. Not everyone is entirely satisfied with these arrangements, however. Some are concerned that travel will take longer on account of the Defense Force's permit system, while others are concerned that the towns outside the barrier are being left defenseless. Neither the Defense Force nor the state government elected to answer are questions on either topic. Oh! They're not being left defenseless, I guess. They do have, like, troops around those areas. But I honestly don't know if it's more so for the people that are there, or more so to defend and make sure that, like, the members of the SSS are stationed and sitting there, you know what I mean? Regardless, roadmap to United Nations. A few days ago, the independent state government announced its plan to form a continental alliance. 4 nations. Water, earth, fire, air. Have agreed to join already. The initial members of the United Nations will sign onto the alliance in the coming months because the organization promises to prohibit acts of war while guaranteeing open international trade. The prospective partnership has garnered a favorable public opinion. The international reaction: the Holy City of Arteria has made its first official statement regarding Crossbow's independence, in which the papacy simply stated that it would continue to monitor the situation in Western Zamoria. Okay. Okay. That's interesting because it's the Holy City, and we are definitely doing something that's, I feel like, is an act that defies the goddess herself. You know what I mean? She created these Septarions. And now Crossbow has made one. You know what I mean? That feels like sacrilege. You know what I mean? PR official of the Independence Day rather claims that the liberal kingdom and the Principality of Remiferi rather have, for all intents and purposes, respected the will of the people and acknowledged Crossbow sovereignty. Put the ones up. To acknowledge Crossbow sovereignty. Calvar's economic panic, you know, economic, continues. The Republican government has issued a series of financial reforms, but as borrowers continues to default on their loans, pardon me, the economic turmoil in the country only further escalates. International when it said you'll see what when you're I think what time you're playing at in the or time period you're playing at in the crossbow, I'm sorry, the Calvard arc. I wonder if that has something to do with the Septarion of Time. Now I'm just waiting for the Septarion of Time, you know what I mean? I feel like that one kinda gotta be crazy. Anywho. Where was I? Economic turmoil further escalates. International companies operating out of Calvard also have to also begun to feel the effects of the recession. To compound the issue, many civilians were also harmed in a recreational bus bombing just yesterday morning. I wonder if we'll hear more about that, but also it almost reminds me of the incident that happened to Shizuko. I wonder how she feels about that. Does she read the news? Is also a good question. She's a kid. The Erebonian Civil War. All-out conflict. Just days ago, Goliath Osborne, Blood and Iron Chancellor, and a central figure of the Empire was shot by an assassin. Maybe not dead, though. You know what they say. We don't have the full story. The Reformist faction, or Reformist faction rather, is pledged to fight to the bitter end to avenge their leader, indicating no end in sight to their civil conflict against the noble faction. Droves of Imperial citizens are attempting to flee the country and escape the flames of war. They're not coming to Crossbow. We will continue to report on this story as more information comes in. Society. Defense Force considers hoarding restrictions. Also, I need to very quickly for me put that there. Great. I just had a scene open on OBS that was like flickering every once in a while, so I'm like, what happened over there? Anywho, caught back up. In response to citizens' continued effort to stockpile groceries and necessities, daily necessities, the CDF has expressed that a sufficient quantity of goods are being distributed within the city and urged citizens not to hoard necessities without reason. I feel like this is reason. There's a giant dome above us. Reportedly, the independent state government is in possession of emergency reserves for 5 years worth of food and supplies, some of which is already being dispensed at the major grocers. The Defense Force is considering regulating private stockpiles in the event that the disruptions regarding the issue do not diminish. Our leisure and lifestyle section is on hiatus until further notice because there is no leisure and lifestyle. We're stuck in a dome. Okay. Let's see what's up. In terms of the folks that we should talk to, a couple nurses, the pair behind the information desk, Lago, Ursuline, Martha, Sealand, Cerrone, and talk to both required NPCs. Okay. I'll probably talk to everybody for the most part. How are you guys doing? Lady Ilia's regained consciousness. I couldn't be more over the moon. This makes all the time we spent staying here with her and praying for her recovery totally worth it. Good. Agreed. Times are tough right now, so as much as we'd love to give anything to pay Lady Ilya a visit, we need to hold back. Instead, we should try to help out around the hospital and make ourselves as useful as we can be. I'm glad that you guys are super fans, but you're sensible super fans. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, you two. Wasn't able to travel back to the hospital because my prescription ran out for chronic disease and I began having spasms. The whole experience has taught me too well how inconvenient these travel restrictions can be. We'll have to wait for the next round of defense escorts to go back to the city too. May as well get comfortable and it could take a while. Muslim started having spasms as a result of his chronic disease, so we called an ambulance and rushed on over. Thankfully, our travel application was accepted. The screening process is so rigorous, I was afraid he might be turned away. With how things are, perhaps it'd be better if he stayed here long term. Yeah, dude, I was gonna say, oh my gosh, I think we kind of just like it. Almost jumped in time and space. We will continue. So travel restrictions are a big thing. I'm just trying to take in all the change. Because, I mean, Crossbelt is domed. You know what I mean? That's crazy in itself. So nobody's in here. I assume that probably nobody's really in here either. Outside of the person in the hallways, yeah. Oh, hey! With our number of outpatients dwindling to 0, I've had more time to take breaks like this. Though knowing why we're not admitting patients keeps me from enjoying it, still Martha ordered me to rest up. On the other hand, I don't feel too comfortable leaving Sarone unattended like this. Maybe I'll go check on her later. I swear if Sarone goes and does something crazy while I'm not around, This isn't good. I think having time to worry about Sarone like this is making me even more stressed out. Okay. I believe Mifa is rushing in her room right now. She and the rest of the staff have been working around the clock, so I hope that they make sure to get, to let themselves recharge. That's what breaks are for. Good. Wonder where Sarone is. Oh, here. I'm trying out a new S-craft I came up with yesterday, except the S stands for sheet drying. I call it a pile driver? Ma'am. Pile dryer. But still. Like it? Stacking sheets together lets me dry twice as many. That means I should be done in half the time, right? Oh no. Now I can easily cover all of Mifa's work while she has the day off. Oh no. I don't know what I'm doing, if what I'm doing rather is going to, I don't know what I'm going to do if this doesn't work. Okay, I just realized that the pile dryer doesn't work at all, like not even a little bit. Mifa has a day off, so I figured I could cover for it, but this is a lot harder than I was expecting. Yeah, the pile dryer is how you're gonna get like mold or mildew, girly. Please do not. So we're through here. Hello. Oh, how are you, ma'am? Dr. Seelan? Oh, good to see you, SSS. This used to be Suzuku's room. What are you doing here by yourself? Well, she's a former patient of mine. I was simply working through some thoughts. Such as how she's been since Arios McLean took her from the hospital. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard anything about her since that day. She must be holed up with the others at Orcus Tower. Having a patient wrestled out of your care is a shameful experience, even if it was by her own father. Still, I understand that the circumstances were anything but ordinary, Arios having been appointed as the Secretary of Defense. I know there was simply no way he could allow her to stay here any longer, but it doesn't make it any easier to accept. I'm sorry, Doctor. No, I should be apologizing. You don't need to hear about my troubles. You'd come to visit your friends, correct? I'd like some time alone, if you wouldn't mind. Shizuku McLean. I had painstakingly drafted out her treatment for an plan for next year. Having a patient wrestled out of your care is a shameful. Yeah. So I suppose there's no sense in brooding over a discharged patient. Yes and no, and she is healed thanks to Kia, but like still. You know? Oh, I didn't mean to come in here. Oh, is it time for the nurse to take your temperature again? Come on in. Pardon us.
Well, I'll be. Bannings. Hemisphere, what are you doing in here? My man, Big D. What's good, boy? I'm glad you're awake. How's your... I hope you didn't, like, lose your eye. I hope those are just, like, bandaged scars or wounds or something. It's great to see you again, Inspector Donovan. And who do we have here? A lovely lady friend of yours. We could always come back later if you prefer a little privacy. I finally wake up after being in a coma for who knows how long, and this is how you greet me here? Idios is watching Father Wazi.
こちらは警部の奥さん
This is
ハルさん
Farah,
です
Inspector Donovan's wife.
少し前にお
She has
見舞い
been
に来て
staying
た
here at the hospital to take care of him. It's nice to meet you two. Thank you for always helping out my Donnie. I've heard a lot about the SSS from him and Tio. You sound like quite the motley group. Yeah, we're a little motley crew. Your praise honors me. I'm not so sure that's what it was. Good thing you two are here because I've got questions that need answering. Just what is going on out there? A big dome? Of course, let me start at the beginning. So, my name's Lloyd Bannings and I've died. That's the beginning. Now let me start, I'm sorry, that's the end. But the end starts the beginning because then I woke up on the train. Holy city of Arteria. Things are a lot more serious than I thought. The way it sounds, I'm guessing you'll be better off if HQ doesn't know anything about this little conversation. Yeah, Big D, if you could.
はい。そうし
If
て
you
いただ
wouldn't
ける
mind.
と助か
I
ります
wonder how Dudley's doing. He might hate this. He hates this.
まあ僕はどっちでも
Well,
いい
it
けど
doesn't matter to me either way. I'm not the fugitive here. Fugitive? Never mind that. Inspector, has anyone from Crossbow City been here in contact with you since you woke up? Well, Raymond did come to visit. He told me a little bit about what's going on. When I gather, CPD has been consolidated in the new defense force as one of the lower branches. Their day-to-day still is the same for the most part, but they've basically been relegated to doing chores in the city.
やはり
I assumed as much.
現状
That's the
考える
only way it could have gone, really, with the way the president set this up.
でも
But wasn't there any pushback? I mean, surely not everyone in the department's okay with this.
ピエール副局長は
I don't know about Vice Commissioner Pierre, but I can't imagine Chief Sergey or Dudley are fine with it. That's what I'm talking about. Well, between you and me, it seems that Sergey, Dudley, Raymond, and some of the folks in the Metropolitan Division are up to something. Okay. I wonder what the Bracers are up to, dude. I wonder.
課長たちは
And that would be it. You didn't hear this from me. But they're biding their time, waiting for an opportunity to flip everything on its head.
誰も彼もが
And they're
黙っ
not
て
the
いる
type to
玉
just
じゃない
roll over and take it on the chin. Which means that not all hope is lost. Yeah, but getting in contact is going to prove difficult. Let's just try and leave the city to them.
俺たちは俺たちなりに
And they might be able to break us a path open through the wall. We're gonna need to work on breaking this deadlock in another way rather, from outside the barrier. Good call. You kids are fighting an uphill battle, but know that I'm rooting for it. Once I'm healthy, I plan to head back there and give Sergey and the boys a hand.
あなたった
Honey,
今は
if
彼
you
ら
must,
レイモンド
but
君
let
たち
your
に
colleagues
任せて
handle it for
ゆっ
now.
くりと
You
体
need to
を治
rest
すのを
first.
完治するまでは
I'm not letting you
私が
set
絶
one
対に
foot
逃
out of
が
this
させませ
hospital
んか
until
ら
you made a
ね
full recovery. Do I make myself clear? Yes, dear. I never heard anyone talk to him like this. The inspector is no match for his wife, as I've come to understand. Love comes in many forms. I would say the Donny boy. Oh, Donny boy. The pipes, they're hollering. Is a lucky man. I think so, too. I love him. Hey, Big D, let me talk to you one more time. Boy, though, I feel a little embarrassed letting you kids see me like this. Fire's been, has had me wrapped up in her little finger since the day I put a ring on it. Hey, yo! You two seem like a good pair. Cute couple is how I put it. Oh, did you hear that, sweetie? I've always said you were cute. Gosh, does she really have to do this in front of them and Raymond? Well, whatever you kids end up doing, just be careful out there. Hopefully I'll be back on my feet so I can regroup with Sergey and the others. And you, girlie? I understand that there's a lot going on in Crossbow now, but that's all the more reason for me to keep looking out for my Donnie. Oh my gosh, my Donnie? Oh, I love them. Someone needs to make sure that he doesn't do anything reckless again. But his recklessness saved Fran's life, so it is what it is. There you guys are. I'm not done.
なあフラン
Oh, hey, Fran, I see you're dressed for the occasion. Are you all done packing? You betcha. How do I look?
フランさんの制服姿も
I miss. Oh, yeah, she got her uniform. I miss seeing you in your uniform, Fran. Welcome back to the force. Hehe, I missed it too. Are you visiting Inspector Donovan just now? Yeah, we were just finished catching up. Are you gonna do the same? That's right. I couldn't just leave without saying goodbye to him. He saved my life during the raid after all. I don't think I could ever thank him for that. We understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. We'll wait up. Thanks. See you guys in a bit.
さて、それじゃあ僕たち
While
は
she does that, why don't we go and check in with Ilya? Yeah, sounds good. Unironically, I'm surprised. I kind of know. More so, I wonder if we went to Ilya first, would she then come to us and say, "Yeah, I want to say goodbye to Ilya," and then X, Y, and Z, I guess. How are you guys doing? Sure, I have a lot I could say about that good-for-nothing president. Oh my gosh. But what would that do? We're already independent. It's a little late to start protesting now. Okay, so she hates it. Part of me was hoping that to meet Ilya after she was hospitalized here. When I saw how committed she was to her recovery, it totally blew me away. I'm an even bigger fan of hers than now. I really hope it works out for her. I feel like seeing Ilya is gonna be hard, dude. But the police officers, rather than that group of delinquents who were hospitalized earlier, have already been discharged. Normally, I'd schedule follow-up visits to check up on their process. However, with the current highway restrictions, that's out of the question. As a doctor, I simply cannot abide by these ridiculously irresponsible mandates. If they could only see how negligent they're being. Here's the problem. I understand these mandates, though, because we are, if we lighten up even a little bit, Erebonia or Calvard, they are going to be gunning, dude. Did you hear the good news? Ilya and Donovan have both regained consciousness. It's been one piece of bad news after another lately. Hearing they've woken up just as a ray of light that I needed to get me out of my slump. I'm so glad that they regained consciousness. What a relief. You girly, how you doing? Tio, my dear. Is it true that you're going to be leaving us? Yes, I'll be going with the others. Thank you for everything, Martha. I hope I've managed to repay you for how well you took care of me all of those years ago, if only just a little. Now, that's all in the past. You don't worry your cute little head about it, rather. Remember that you're always welcome to visit us whenever you like. Take care of yourself out there, all right? Yes, of course. I will make sure I do that. Tio's helped me so much these last few weeks with the hospital's machinery, and it's been it's been quite nice having a chance to chat with her. Remember that you're always welcome to visit us whenever you like. Take care. Okay, we got you. Okay, so she's kind of done repairing on the machinery over here. That's kind of neat. Very cool. Your post-operative progress seems to be proceeding without issue. Oh, Lytton! Dope. If it were up to me, I'd discharge you immediately, but even if I did, I know where this is going. We're still not allowed to travel along the highways, right? Jeez. May as well stay hospitalized if I'm not going to be able to go back to the city. I mean, you're right. Unfortunately, even the patients that are well enough to be discharged just can't return to the city whenever they want. They say it's because of the cryptids appearing on the highway, that's true, but I still think these restrictions are going too far. The cryptids are their fault, though, you know what I mean? You all have to fill out an application to return to the city after you've been discharged. Even then, there's no guarantee of approval. As if that wasn't enough, they'll only let you leave if the defense force is available to escort you. It's downright depressing. Okay. Hey, you two. We've been forced to stop accepting outpatients thanks to the outbreak of cryptids on the highway. At the moment, we can only admit patients who are gravely ill or injured, and even then, they have to be escorted via ambulance by the defense force. All of this is the complete opposite of everything St. Ursula stands for. We're no longer providing healthcare to everyone who needs it. But more than anything, I worry for our regular patients in the city. Okay. Wow. Yeah, dude, I've never seen this lobby so empty. I've been in this lobby so many times. And a lot of times I'm just like, oh, these are just regular patients. I don't need to talk to them. But just seeing it like this dead empty is crazy to me. Crossbill has seen better days, but you wouldn't know things were so gloomy here at St. Ursula. Everyone's been more positive now than ever that Ilya is woken up from her coma. If she can endure a near-death experience like that and come out on the other side, once she'll reach the other side, then we rather can weather the storm too. I believe that, sir. Ilya, even in just coming out of a coma, inspiring people immediately. We're much indebted to Miss Plateau here for lending so much assistance with maintaining the orbital network. Even in the worst case scenario, we should be able to accept new patients as long as the network is functional. You wouldn't have this safety net without you. For that, I offer you my sincerest gratitude. Your thanks is appreciated, but unnecessary. This is all a part of my job as a member of the Epstein Foundation. Yes. The current situation is far from ideal, however. If only there was something more the hospital could do. I'm not sure what more you guys could do. This is not your thing. Have I never been in here? I don't think I have. There's only a couple doors in Crossbow now that I don't think I've been into. Whatever. Hello. I wonder how my wife and son are doing in the city right now. God is willing, they'll still be safe from any illness or injury. I'm sorry, what was that first line? Needless worrying isn't going to get me anywhere. As much as I want to see them again, I should be grateful that they haven't had a reason to be brought here. Honestly, yeah, for real, with what is going on? Oh, hello, Tio. I'm in the middle of performing some maintenance on our equipment. Mind checking these values for me? I'm actually leaving. Well, if you look closely, the durability figure is slightly below the minimum value. The likeliest explanation is that the moving parts are degrading due to the age. I thought as much. This is a fine mess. Tio's gotten really familiar with the staff and faculty during her during her stay here. Seems St. Ursula and the SSS can both agree on how nice it is she is to have around as far as orbital tech is concerned. Not good. These are made by the Sealing Company, so we can't easily order replacements at the moment. Can you make some? But we can't do nothing either, rather. I'll just have to scrounge around for spare parts. Right after Crossbow formally declared independence, I received a notice about to return to the Empire, rather, but I decided to remain here. Here's where I belong. There's so much I can learn. Sorry, Erebonia, but I'm just not ready to return home just yet. There are no safer over there than... Yeah, honestly... That's a civil war. I kind of believe it's less safe over there than it is over here, for real. There are no safer over there than they are here anyway. Oh, my family hasn't been caught in the crossfire of the Civil War. Oh, you know, I am actually really, like, curious to meet potentially some of these people. Schaller. I'm trying to take notes on, like, people that are Erebonian. Because we might meet his family, you know what I mean? That's just the elevator. Hello. Outpatient admittance has been restricted for now, but we never know when someone with serious illness may come in. That's why we have a responsibility to make sure we're prepared at all times. And of course you. I've heard that the barrier around the city extends to the Crossbow Cathedral. As much as I wanted to consult with Archbishop Arelda about it, I suppose that's off the table. What a shame. Archbishop Arelda, I wonder how he's holding up right now. Oh, dude, imagine Archbishop Arelda is the person who shot Guy. That'd be such a long shot, you know what I mean? But perhaps this is merely a test from the goddess. All the more reason to do everything I can for the patients. Fair enough, huh? I have not talked to the two people out here. What's up, girly? So you've been fighting the Defense Force all this time? Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like I didn't have confidence in you. Know that whatever happens, you have the full support of everyone at St. Ursula. Thank you. We'll be needing it. Cool. And you? The hospital used to purchase most of the necessities through a trader named Harold Hayworth. Oh my gosh, how are the Hayworths? He can't, like, go around and do his trading. Is he stuck in the city? Wait a minute. Something was going on. This is no longer just the day of independence anymore. It's been some time since then. It is not the same day where he just broke out to the prison and did all of the things. Or it might be that day, but there's been time passed since the actual incident and that day that he was. I see there are things that are going on. Here, take me back. I'm trying to remember things. Harold Hayworth, I believe did he cancel? It felt like he canceled some plans and they were going to stay here, or was it instead that they were going to some place like Amorica and they canceled? I don't remember. That's fine. However, with the state of things they've been in lately, we had to rely on the CDF for supplies. I can't speak to their quality, but there is no choice in the on the current situation. Fine, fair enough. Okay, I think we've talked to everybody. Yes. Yes. Okay. Then let's talk to the last person. For the first time in a long time. Ilya. Visitors? Who is it? You can come in. It's your favorite little guy. Please excuse us. Oh, hey there, Tio. Did you bring cum? Well, if it isn't my favorite little guy. And you're Wazi, right? I'll chalk that up to I'll chalk that lapse up rather to the injury. It really has been a long time, Ilya. Sorry for the sudden visit. I didn't know we were going to get the chance to come and see you. Don't be ridiculous, silly. You three take a seat and make yourselves comfortable. You're welcome to help yourselves to the sweets that the fans have been sending me. The cookies shouldn't be too stale, I'm sure. Lamau. I guess she probably maybe can't have too many of them at this in her current condition. Cookies acquired. I hadn't realized just how tight of a spot rather you guys are in. It's crazy to think how far Crossbow has fallen in time since the raid. Yeah. No one would blame you if you thought you were still dreaming right now. The frustration is not of not being able to move my legs is sobering enough. Thank you very much. If only I could walk out of here and see the state Arkanciel is in with my own eyes. Hey, Ilya. About your condition, how's it looking? Oh, that. Dr. Seelan told me that so far she doesn't think I'll ever be able to walk again. Though on the bright side, that means she didn't rule it out either. I thought that might be the case. Enough with the long faces, you two. Are you trying to bum me out? Listen here, if I become convinced that it's impossible for you to walk ever again, then it might as well be, right? What? I mean, she's right. This is no different than working the stage. I have a goal to pursue, the way I always have. No matter how painful or hopeless it might seem, as long as I've got a ray of hope, then that's my spotlight at the end of the tunnel. So don't give up on me, okay? I sure won't. What a ray of sunshine. Maybe she's best girl. No. No. She does love to squeeze some, I admire her work ethic and her optimism. You're really something else. Am I? I don't think I said anything all that out of the ordinary. Besides, I think what all of you are trying to accomplish is a lot harder than what I'm going through. Yeah, no, she actually has a point. We all got our barriers to cross. Put it into perspective, it's hard to ignore just how difficult our path is going to be. And take a page from my book and don't shy away. People will do whatever it takes to fight for what matters most to them. I think that's what makes us human, rather. No matter how we may differ in strength, what makes us human. Well put. Though I'll admit, I'm a bit greedier than most. Good enough isn't good enough for yours truly. Still, I don't think I'm the only one that like that. The same could be said of all of our troop members, including Risha, of course. Ilya. I'm sure at this point you know that she's like Yin or something, right? At this point, I'm not waiting for, we have something to tell you about Risha. I'm waiting for how long you knew. You know what I mean? Do me a favor, if you see her, there's a message I want you to pass along.
あんたにとって
What is it that matters to you? What is it rather that matters most to you?
その大切なものを
Can you
前
truly
にして
turn your back in the face of what you hold dear?
わかりました
Sure thing.
リーシャに会うことができたら
I'll make sure Risha hears that if we manage to find her.
頼んだわよ
I'll hold you to it. Well, that'll probably save our lives or something. Admittedly, I'm still... Okay, so she doesn't... I don't know. She's got a good head on her shoulders, and she works with her all the time. I feel like she has some general idea that, oh, you're something really special, aren't you? And maybe she doesn't know what a yin is. She does! Because she got a fake letter from Yin, right? So I'm sure at some point, you know, they explain, or maybe Rishi even explained what Yin is, or who Yin is, but, you know, not under the guise of like, and it's me! Admittedly, I am still worried about my fellow troop members in the city. Then again, this is Arkansas I'm talking about. Knowing them, they're practicing as hard as ever. Ha! So, what you're worried about is whether or not they're rehearsing? I am certain they're galloping in lances and frills as we speak. To be an artist. Plus, these are important years for Sully's growth in particular. That girl had better improve by leaps and bounds by the time I make my stunning comeback. Admittedly, okay. Very good, very good. She's a character, isn't she? That fervent dancer moniker follows her even when she is in no shape to dance. It would seem her role as a sun princess extends beyond the stage. I've had the chance to speak with her several times since I became stranded at the hospital. It would be a challenge keeping myself together if not for her and Cecile.
そっか
I'm glad that we're here then.
本当に
That said,
なんとかリーシ
now
ャ
we're gonna have to track down Risha too.
まあそればっかりは
Easier said than done. That's going to come down to Adios' will, more likely than
フ
not.
ランさんに声をかけて
Should we head back and check on Fran? Yeah, she's most likely ready by now. After Leloy and the others met back up with Zayt, they said their goodbyes to Cecile and left St. Ursula Hospital. Oh hey! So there's one here at St. Ursula too. On their way back, Wazi discovered another blind spot in the septium veins influence just in front of the hospital. He placed a second warp circle there, making it possible for the Merkaba to travel to St. Ursula and pick them up. Very cool. With Tio and Fran aboard, the team is now able to track wanted monsters and other requests along the highways in the Merkaba terminal. The terminal can be found in the Merkaba's lower cabin. Be sure to check it when you have the time. So we're still getting monster extermination requests? That's crazy.
七葉脈の力場の隙間を
New blind spot in the septium veins detected. Oh my gosh, wait a minute, you're right. We have Tio on the keyboard now. Oh my gosh, we're finding everything out here now. Continue.
そちらにデータを送ります
I will relay you the data.
了
Okie
解
dokie.
特定で
Click,
きました
clack. Coordinates identified. I like to imagine that she audibly said click, clack.
クロスベル北東エリア
It's in northeastern Crossbell near Amorca Village.
すごいな
Impressive.
随分と
These
助
two
か
are
る
quite helpful.
プラトーの看護力
Plato's
はもちろんだが
sensory receptivity is valuable in itself, but having a dedicated operator raised the ship's overall efficacy as well. I'm still flying by the seat of my pants, honestly. Searching for places we can land will be much easier with you on the crew. So, what now? Would you like to head to our new landing point? Yeah, we should go confirm the situation in Amorca
期間
too.
最大
Full speed ahead, destination Amorca
警戒態
airspace.
勢を維持しつつ
Course set. Maintaining high alert. Okay, very cool. Okay, so there's the Ursula Road one. There is the medical college. We might want to maybe knock out some of these chests as well in the future. Oh, this one's dead set in the village. Okay, cool. Actually, I have a question. Okay, so we just go back onto the airship.
さて無事降りられたけど
We managed to disembark well enough. Oh, goodness gracious, that one's way further away.
しかしここって
But look at what's happened to their lotus
Urano
fields.
Rengi
Oh my
Batake
gosh,
datta
that sucks, dude. Oh my gosh. No.
なあ随分
Yeah,
様子が
there's
変わって
nothing
るけ
but
ど
pluroma grass now, as far as the eye can
こ
see.
れも
This must be a byproduct of Kia's awakening.
サイト
Saito, are there any cryptids nearby?
今
I do
の
not
ところ
sense
出
any for
現
the
する当
moment.
面は
You
あ
should
の
be able
方
to
針
use
を
that
頼り
warp
にして
circle
も
without
問
fear
題
of them
なかった
わか
attacking.
った
Good to know.
とりあえず
Now that we're here, let's start by
挨拶した。
visiting Chief Tolta. A wise decision. How do I get to that warp circle? Never mind.
なるほど
I wanted to go there before talking to him, but I guess not. I see you've been through quite a whirlwind these past few weeks. I have to say, you really gave me quite a scare walking in with your wolf like that. Sorry about that. My apologies, it was not my intention to frighten you. That's alright. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd have the honor of meeting the divine wolf of legend in person. Thankfully, the defense force has largely ignored our village, which is really kind of terrible. You'll be safe here. Feel free to stay as long as you need
ありがと
to.
うございます
We appreciate that, Chief Tolta. Seconded, thank you for your
し
hospitality.
かし病院の方
There
でも
were many people back at the hospital who were critical of President Croy's
ここ
actions.
でもディーター大
What I
統
can
領
tell,
は
he hasn't exactly received the warmest reception here either, has he? Well, our village has always been had a continuous connection rather to the state's more bureaucratic matters. Even after independence was declared, I can't say it stoked much of a response from us. Though I will say our harvests have been down thanks to the appearance of those cryptids. And as I mentioned, the defense force seldom ventures here, so you can expect that they haven't been of much help to
そ
us.
うでしたか
Sorry to hear that.
存在すぎますね
Their negligence is shameful.
町の者が周辺の
Those who dwell in the city have always been ignorant of their fellow men in these outlying settlements. However, the degree to which they have taken their dereliction is inexcusable. Indeed. If I may be frank, I've had a hard time seeing myself falling in line with the president's ambitions. That said, the opinion of our little village is nothing compared to the masses in the city. To tell you the truth, we're rather lost in the weeds or the pleroma grass about all of this. That's understandable.
厳重については
Dude, seeing the field all pleroma grass it was so bad. Oh my gosh. We'll keep an eye out for any cryptids while we're
それ
here.
以外に
Aside from that, have you had any other pressing issues
村
lately?
の治安や雰囲気
I would hope that the situation hasn't stirred up any civil unrest among the villagers. Not at all. Thankfully, things haven't come to that. The village has pulled together to see itself through this crisis as best we can. Having Harold and his family here. Oh, they are here! To help us has been a real godsend, too. I was almost certain that they had made their way here, at some point.
ハロルドさん
You mean Mr. Hayworth?
そういえば
I do recall him mentioning that his family would be coming to visit here. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, didn't he mention that he was going to someplace with his family? I thought it was Amorica. But I was right. That's right. They arrived just before the barrier went up. Travel restrictions were put into place on the highway soon after, so they've been lodging here ever since.
そうだったんですか
That makes sense. The Hayworths are staying on the second floor of the Ash Tree Inn. You're welcome to pay them a visit if you like. We'll be sure to do
早
that.
速訪ねてみようか
It's been a while. Let's go check up on them. Frankly, I don't believe President Croy can be trusted. I don't either. That said, the opinion of our little village is nothing compared to the masses in the city. The Hayworths, at least, have been more than willing to lend us a hand. Times are tough, so we have little choice but to come together, city folk and Amoricans alike. Is your wife still here? Hey, what's up, girlie? It still baffles me that Arios has become the state secretary of defense. The Bracers have always helped our village, but we've hardly heard from them since Crosswell's independence was declared. It's so worrisome to say the least. I wonder how they're holding up right now. I wondered the same thing. I actually did. I was like, what are the Bracers doing right now? Not what are they doing, but like, how can they even function? Okay. Oh, I see. Excellent. What's good, friend? So, the Merkaba is equipped with the same kind of terminal that you had at the SSS building, huh? That means I can send you all support requests just like I used to. Talk about convenient, huh? Hey, yeah, you're right, the terminal in the cabin is pretty much the same. But now that I think about it, where does this even get data from? I had the same question, so I asked rather Abbas. He said sometimes the ship's signal picks up dangerous monsters while searching for gaps in the septium vein's influence. Apparently it's a function of the Merkaba's to detect anything that might hamper its day-to-day operations. I see. Well, it definitely wouldn't be safe to leave those monsters alone. We'll take care of them if we get the chance. That means I will be reporting to you with those support requests. That's going to be a real trip down memory lane. Yep. Just like old times. It almost brings a tear to my eye just thinking about it. I know it might be a bit of a hassle to report from the cabin terminal when I'm, rather right upstairs. But procedure is still important, you know? This way you can get proper credit from when you return to the department rather someday. Yeah, I agree, I guess. In the meantime, this is crazy. Looking forward to having you as our dependable operator again. Yep, you can count on me. Anything else?
You picked up some dangerous monster readings. For now, I'll forward any leads to the terminal downstairs. Just treat them like you would any formal support request. And if you defeat one, don't forget to report it in the cabin, okay? Noted. You? Abbas was just showing me how to use the ship's terminal. Surprisingly, Merkabah's systems were designed by none other than the Epstein Foundation. Wait, really? There's no mistaking it. I do recall spotting church officials visiting the Foundation's headquarters in the past. Have the two truly been collaborating all this time? Yes, though naturally it's off the record. The Merkabah is powered by what is known as the Heavenly Chariot, an artifact capable of providing a flight-based transport. After the Orbital Revolution, we worked with the Foundation to refurbish it into what you see now, using the Heavenly Chariot as an engine. The Heavenly Chariot? That's the name that Zeit muttered the first time you guys showed up to me on me on the Tangram Hill. Well, you may as well know that the church has also assisted with the development of orbital battle ornaments, among other technologies. The orbital arts you all use have their foundations in the church's thaumaturgy. Fascinating. It should go without saying that would be aware that this information is strictly confidential. I trust that you won't do anything to compromise that. Of course, you wouldn't dream of it. You have my word as well. Thank you, Abbas. The Merkabah's engine is powered by the Heavenly Chariot. Yep. So, nothing new. Lloyd, do you have a minute? I wanted to give you this. Oh. No. You? Lord. Is this your personal pom-pom party account? Indeed, I thought it might provide a fun distraction from our current predicament. Feel free to challenge me at any time. I would be more than happy to obliterate you. Dude, I was struggling against Abbas, dude. Oh, wow, alright, you're on. Tio's confident in her palm party skills, and that's putting it lightly. I'll have to give it all I got to stand a chance. I've heard rumors that the church and the Foundation were collaborating, but now, the proof is all around me. In any case, I should be able to use this terminal without any issues. I was even considering syncing it to my Eon system to expand our search range for blind spots between sub-team things. May I ask you to teach me everything about these systems, Abbas? But of course. Okay, great. So, first of all, actually we're fine. We need to report to the terminal downstairs. Okay, so there are 3. Hey, what's up, Fran? It's so good to see you again, girl. Let me go over your reports. Yep, we sure got that one. Yes, please. Excellent. Thanks for the report, Lloyd. If you finish more support requests, please let me know. Fran, I've been waiting for this. Why are you so down low? I guess this is the order that we got them. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. We got to get that one down there. We're going to do this. We need a yellow to here. Thank you. We are going to want a red to here. I don't love how that is laid out, but we got a blue to green. Oh, I should have stacked that differently. Here to here. Turn this around. Thank you. Turn that around, thank you. I need to get the ones in the middle situated. The ones in the middle. The ones in the middle. That's in the middle, that's fine. I will do that. Move. Defense. I don't know if that helped me out that much. That helped me out almost tremendously. Man, what a comeback, y'all. Okay, I want to come here. Yes. We want to come here. Good. We want to do this. Good. We want to do this. We want to do this. Uh-oh. We're not dead. Go attack her, she's almost dead. Here? Switch. Oh no. Oh
Oh, I was so close. She's so close to the top. Oh, I could have had you, friend. I could have had you. We were gonna retry. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's oh, you're cooked, friend. 6? Yeah, I was gonna say you're cooked. Okay. Defense is really good. Return to title screen. Start. TL, it's gonna take me a while to beat you, I fear. Alright, come on. Switch you around. I need to stick you here. I need to get the green here, to the green, to the red, to the left, everything you own in the box to the left. If you're in my closet, that's my stuff. If I bought it, please don't touch. You keep talking that mess, that's fine, but can you walk and talk at the same time? Great. Oh no, I need to switch. Oh. I think I want to wait just a little bit longer because we get a yellow. That's not a yellow. This is the blue yellow. Yeah, so give me that. And now I want to do this. Save myself. That did not do nearly as well as I thought it was going to do. Take me there. Take me here. Take me here. Take me here. Great. I'm going to attack. She's already at 2. 2 isn't gonna be dreadful. Oh, she used defense. Okay, I forced her to use a little defense. If I can get a yellow. Oh, there's a yellow there. I beat her first chance? Well, cool. Keep it a buck with you, I was not expecting that. Could it be? It is. You have defeated all possible opponents in Palm Party, Lloyd. No way, really? That's amazing, Lloyd. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, Fran, you gave me a run for my money, but Tio... Jonah must suck. I guess I beat him too. Well, I guess you also probably just had a really bad run, because you can have a really bad run in Palm Party. Thanks, though. I don't know how I did it. Feels like blind luck most of the time. Right? On the contrary, in puzzle games like this, chance alone can only take you so far. Bannings, you have become a true palm master. Thanks, I think. You should be honored. Take this if you would. What is this? Magius? It's a forbidden master course that was co-developed by the church and you're giving me this to me because I beat Palm Party? Lord have mercy. Idios have mercy. It was considered too powerful and dangerous to be used under normal circumstances, but I believe you will use it wisely, Palm Master. Wow, I'm flattered. Thanks, Abbas. I'll put it to good use. I have to see what this does. I have to re-equip her stuff. What does this do? Arts damage up. Oh, arts damage up as HP drops? I kind of hate that. Oh, I don't know, dude. Oh, man. Activates when using magic attacks multiple of 1.5. I don't like her being low HP, you know what I mean? We'll give it a try. Why not? So she has all these things. She's full of blues. Double D double dies, do double D double dies. Let's get her an EP3. What do you have as your arts right now? Effort. You don't need effort. What you do need is EP cut, definitely. You can keep HP3 unless we don't have the master quartz for that yet. Shield 3, we could probably replace with, you'll just stick with that for right now. I'll play around with that when I actually have a master quartz. Zite, what's up? That nurse. You mean Cecile? What about her? Haha. Nothing in particular. I was just merely pondering the peculiar way that fate brings people together. It is irrelevant, so pay it no mind. If you say so. That aside, it was fortuitous that you were able to reunite with Tio so quickly. Now, we must locate your other comrades. Right, I'm not sure what that was all about, but at least we can agree on that last part. All else aside, yes.
Now that Tio and Fran are aboard, we'll be able to make better use of the Merkaba's capabilities. We are, actually. I've already seen it. We could only do so much looking for those landing spots otherwise. Having the two of them is going to be a big windfall. Maybe Eidos herself was the one who guided us to them so quickly. Yeah, maybe so. St. Ursula was the first place we visited, and it led us to reuniting Tio and Fran. Eidos be darned. You have anything else to say, sir? You managed to reunite with some of your friends? That's a great start. Still, it never hurts to be prepared for the next day, or for whatever's next, rather. Stay safe out there, okay? Yeah, no problem. So, now that we've come here, talk to your newly reunited party member twice. After beating her in Palm Party, you should trigger an event. If not, you probably haven't beaten Fran. In that case, talk to Abbas after beating everyone for your award. Talk to Zeit. No, I beat Fran first. I was like, I know I gotta beat Fran, and then we'll struggle with Tio, and Tio was actually way easier. Or I got lucky, rather, is what happened. Or I played smarter. Knowing that I can go up to 6 instead of just 2, because I was like, oh, we can only go up to 200. Did help tremendously. Palm Party makes a lot more sense to me. Let me see. Talk to Zeit, and then yes, dialogue has updated at the hospital. Okay. So they want me to go back to the hospital? You have anything to say? The area of the ship we ask that you don't enter is the engine room. There's something important in there that can never be shown to outsiders no matter the circumstances. Could it be the Heavenly Chariot that Abbas mentioned earlier? That reminds me, I actually need to go do some maintenance in the engine room soon. No peeking, got it? I like Juno. No peeking, got it? So nobody's up here. Let's go back to St. Ursula. Because supposedly there are updated things for Dr. Sealand and for... Oh, you're out here. Without Defense Force protection, ambulances can't safely travel to or from the hospital. This is not an ideal situation. Y'all remember when Guardsman Tony, I think, got shot by the during the raid in the not the raid, but kind of the raid, not a raid, the hospital takeover from the D therefore G cult. It's not an ideal situation. Between cryptids on the highway and the CDF's restrictions, rather, we are really in a bind here. Wish they'd spare a few soldiers for escort duty at the very least. Yeah, it's weird that they don't care about these outlying places. That's what I find the most weird about the situation. Like, Dieter cares about St. Ursula a lot. We saw him do some donating here, so why is this place not covered? You know what I mean? It's just some of that, I guess, saying it doesn't make sense to me is different. It's a little weird. Because in my brain, it kind of makes sense, but more so, it's more like a, huh. I wonder if there's a reason why specifically that these places aren't, like, protected. The worst repercussion of crossbow cutting diplomatic ties is that the hospital has lost its partnership with Rumiferia. The president does have a large stockpile of medical supplies prepared in case of emergency, but that's hardly a solution. For one thing, prescriptions are supposed to be given according to each individual's condition and constitution. Each patient is unique. It's going to be difficult to handle every case with the narrow selection of pharmaceuticals the president has stored. Frankly, I'm not sure how we should tackle this situation. We're going to have to think of alternatives. That sucks. Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like a lot of thought has not gone into this. Everyone in the dome is probably protected and they just take her to Kia, or take this person or whoever it is to Kia. Why are they just leaving these people here like that? Kia could probably fix her legs, to be honest. Yep, she said, who knows about the walking? As long as I have a more than a 0% chance, that's a reason enough to keep up the faith. Besides, it's like I had said, people will do whatever it takes to fight for what matters most to them. That sounds especially convincing coming from you, Ilya. Hehe. It better be, and don't forget the message I told you to deliver to Risha. The words. Yes, I got you. And, girly. I wonder how Shizuku's been. Hopefully she's doing alright. Agreed. Kia had been worried about her as well. Both of them should be at Orcus Tower together at this point. They might have even managed to meet up. Kia could probably use a friend right now. Shizuku did a good job of being a friend. Don't you worry, Lloyd. With any luck, it won't be long before the SSS is back together. Easier said than done. We've got a tough road ahead of us. Huh? Yeah, if we want to bring Kia back, we're going to need to be combined, the combined strength of every single one of us. Huh? So no matter how hard things get, I won't rest until our team is back together again. Hehe. I know for a fact that you can do it. Now get out there and find them. I'll be praying to the goddess on your behalf. Huh? Yeah, thanks, Cecile. We gonna be alright. She truly does have your blood. Ursula. As if I needed more confirmation. Oh, whoops. Is something wrong, Zeit? No, not at all. I was simply lost in thought. That's also a different color text than usual from Homeboy, isn't it? Are you ready for your rehabilitation, Ilya? Sure am. I'm counting on you to take care of me, Nurse Nuez, rather. Hehe, it would be my pleasure. I'm always here for my patients. Oh my gosh, let me stop. I'm leaving before we become problematic. Here, let's go back to our ship. Have mercy on me, dude. If you guys, no, I don't care anymore. We're going to our ship right now, before I cause problems. Before I misbehave. Take me down. Take me back down to Amorica. Let's do some stuff here. Man. Oh, hey, I didn't even see you. That eerie blue grass started blooming in the lotus fields a few weeks ago. Seems to be affecting the growth of all the flowers, so I'd really like to weed it all. I'd really like to weed it all out. But no matter how many times you pluck it from the ground, it just grows right back. Huh? That sucks. Let me see. Amorica talk to Derek. Elkin got his truck back. He did. Oh my gosh. Hey, your truck. Thanks to the the traffic restrictions rather on the highway, almost no cars or buses come here anymore. Sure, the Defense Force's armored cars that pass are cool, but I'm tired of seeing them. I'd be on the road myself right now, rather, if it weren't for those cryptids. Just how long are those driveless days gonna drag on? Oh, dude. What are they called? The High Bloods? They didn't leave. Oh, boy. Interesting. He got his truck back, though, but he can't even drive it, which kind of sucks. Talk to Derek. Was this Derek? Yes, it is. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that was Derek. That's the right hair color. How are you kids doing? Mr. Hayworth bought his kid with him a few weeks ago. It's kind of like I have a little brother now, too. I gotta watch his back since I'm the older one. Mr. Hayworth told us that his family is going to be staying in Ash Tree Inn for a while. It's just like me. It's like when me and my mom moved here. Everyone from Amorica is really nice and welcoming. And then you? All Camille can talk about anymore is Colin. It's not fair. Camille's my brother, not his. Gotta watch out for little Colin. How are you doing? Colin is just too cute. Yeah. For a doll. That was a wild theory, wasn't it? I won't always write, you guys. I built every world that I could until I narrowed it down to be like, okay, this world is probably the most likely. We got there. Oh man, this boy is a doll. Colin is just too cute. Those big puppy dog eyes and that adorable smile are almost too much. I bet he's going to grow up to be so handsome, just like his father. And you? Those Defense Force guys skeeve me out. They've got this high and mighty, you need us vibe whenever they come around the village. Was changing the CGF to the CDF really that big of a deal? Yeah, they got white uniforms now. They look really dapper. Are they in here? They are. Whoa! Look at the big dolly! Oh man, Colin! You doll! What a surprise! Oh my gosh, look at you! How you doing, Sophia? Is that you, Lloyd? Thank goodness you're all right. What's good, Mr. Hayworth? What's good, Harold? Big dolly. A doggy, rather. Would that doll be referring to me? Did you say doll say? No, he said child. I consider it an apt description. Who says a divine wolf can be doubling as a cutesy-wootsy puppy dog?
I can't tell you how concerned I was when I first heard you were arrested, Lloyd. And then, to find out that you would become a fugitive on top of all that, it's no small relief to know that you're safe. Yeah, sorry for worrying you. I just had to break out of jail. I love me bursting barriers. They put me in one side to get over it. Is it just the three of you right now? Where are your other SSS members? We were separated due to unfortunate circumstances. As of yet, we have no leads on the locations of the rest of the team. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. From what we've heard, the three of you were here at the time the barrier went up around the city. That we were. We didn't have any of the slightest clue rather what was happening that day. Strict travel restrictions have been in place ever since, so we've been unable to return to the city. I don't know what we would have done if not for the hospitality of the villagers. Well, literally, Harold is their goat, dude. They'd be like, hey, you need to stay in the inn? Stay as long as you need. We'll even bring you omelet rice, half off. Not for free, forget that. The innkeeper has been gracious enough to let us stay here until the restrictions are lifted. And the children of the village have really been very friendly to Colin as well. Yeah, me, Camille, and Pulley play a whole lot together. You should come by and hang out with us too next time, Mr. Doggy. I shall consider it. I'd appreciate that. In any case, what are you, in any case rather, I've been doing whatever I can to repay the village for its kindness. My area of expertise isn't good for much at the moment, apart from negotiating with the CDF when they are on patrol, rather. You need to sell yourself short. The task is as important as any given the circumstance. The villagers are likely much better off with a skilled trader being their point of contact. Yeah, because I know some of the people in this village are real hotheads. I'm gonna keep it a monk. Really, mainly just 2 or 3 of them. But 2 or 3 of them are in the lead or in control. I'll take your word for it. I just remembered, I heard something from the defense force that might interest you. What might that be? They say an unidentified rebel group has been active in the area. Apparently several defense force units have already been attacked. They have? Really? All things considered, I'm surprised anyone has the stones to do that. It would be preferable if we knew who they were, but this is welcome information all the same. Agreed, we should look into this. Hayworth, you got any idea where those rebels were last sighted? I was told that their base of operations is centered at the old, ancient battlefield, rather, right off of Amorica Road. The CDF has been regularly patrolling the area, but they have yet to discover any other leads. The ancient battlefield of Amorica, the locus of immeasurable bloodshed, as well as the cult's former stronghold. The ruins there hold numerous passages, hidden passages. Some may call it a hidden temple, legends of the hidden temple. They would make an ideal hideout for a band of insurgents. Wandering in there may be dangerous. Like, we're fine. We're prepared. How y'all doing? Chief Tota was the one who invited my family to stay with the village to begin with. The offer was extended to both myself and Pete. For our parts in solving the fraud case, but although it seemed that he declined. Oh, yeah, so it was, thanks for solving that whole Minith ordeal. Well, on the bright side, at least Pete wasn't stranded here, too. Yeah, I feel the same. Pete? Pete! The kid in, the kid in, what's-his-face's, office, Grizzly Grim. Y'all think Pete is a doll? I never seen his family. The CDF encountered, yep, be cautious making your way there. I will. It's concerning that the rest of the SSS is unaccounted for. I pray that you'll be able to reunite with them soon. Thanks, Sophia. Why, thank you, ma'am. After all we've been through, nothing will stop us from bringing the team back together. Hey, you better believe it. How you doing, Colin? Bye-bye for now, Mr. Doggy. I hope we can play together next time. I will permit it if time allows. Since joining your division, I have found that small children are drawn to me increasingly often. You should read the fine print. This comes with the territory of being a police dog. Yeah, that's actually true, to be honest. The kids love this man. Oh, how are you? I wanted to actually see her. Given everything that's happened, I'm starting to get worried about my old neighbors in Crossbell.
The Hayworths must be worried about the city too, and yet they're still helping out in whatever way they can. I should follow their lead and start doing the same myself. I'm really interested to see how Crossbell itself is faring. Because it is tough out there. It is tough.
さてと、
So,
それじゃあ
off to the ancient battlefield then?
あ
Yeah, we may not know who these rebels are, but I think it's something worth finding out. They may be willing to work with us.
そうですね
I agree. We have to. We have a little to lose. We have little to lose rather than taking
な
them
ら
out.
ば向かう
And
と
we
し
should
よう
make haste at once. I'm trying to think of who these rebels could be. So we want to. There's a East Crossbell Highway bus stop. Optional event. We love our optional events, so we will go there. Man, I wish I like parked my car here. I guess they probably would have towed it or something, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, all this stuff is around here. Not what I wanted.
はいさてと
You have a pretty decent range too, but it is what it is. Yeah, I was gonna say there is a fiend up here somewhere. I hate these guys. Save there. All right. Yeah, we'll exterminate.
かかってきなよ。
We have orb energy here? Noted. Come over here. I feel like these guys are all going to use arts, however. Nope. They are biting me too. So. Actually, you should be using your craft analyze on this
分析の
one.
開始を入手しました
行くよ。
That's not awesome. Oh, you have a large area impede? We might want to get you stacked with a couple of these,
行くぞ
Man, I don't know. We'll do this.
さてと、
Oh, that impeded. Two of them. That's awesome. They're weak to wind. I don't think I have wind on anybody, which is hilarious. Man, whatever. Just pop this or something.
エニグマ駆動。
よかろう
He'll be alright. Oh, he can't see.
任せておけ
Well, that's still alright, I guess. Do you have anything that does a... Oh, I need to... I don't think I equipped any armor on her, did I? Ooh, child, she might get schmurdered. Ooh, child, Wow, we have, this one's pretty dope. Huh? Sure, give it a try, why not?
よし
My problem is I don't think this is gonna hit. Oh, you did hit, good job!
さてと、
He's gonna have a bad time. But we now have this impede one, so we'll impede everybody. So good.
よかろう
よし
Oh yeah, he is gonna hit because I automatically do the things. Oh yes, wait a minute. I'm going to hit all of them, so impede all of them again. Y'all, I feel like sometimes I still am just learning things about this game that I should have known already, you know what I mean? Oh, that already starts at level 4? That's kind of nice.
Onyx gem. Everyone's favorite. Thank you. 5 herbs. Herbs and spices. Hello. You can now come this way. No, I need to go to the bus stop to get a optional scene. Calm down. Gimme. Thank you. Couple red flies if I wanted to go fishing. Nope, 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 nope. Chill. This is where I got my other fishing badge. Can I purchase a thing from here? Some juice? I guess I'm not as poor anymore. I'll buy a little canned juice. Delicious. I wish I could, like, would you like to drink it now? You know what I mean? I wish I could, like, sit down and rest at this rest area, you know? I digress. So, well, maybe I can sit here. Nope, okay. Yeah, Lloyd, you'll be fine. Someone will heal you. No, 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 no. Juked it. Fool. I haven't, let me not jinx it. I was gonna say I haven't seen any of the dudes here. Any of the cryptids. Huh? Like we saw one of the nope. We saw one of the cryptids in that other place. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to this place is a little further away than I thought. This bus stop. I wouldn't be surprised if there were cryptids in the Skunky area. None there, none there. Uh-oh. Do you hear that? It sounds like armored cars on the move. Huh? That's bad news. Huh? Lay low and don't let them spot you. Where are they going? Okay, we're all clear for now. They appear to be making their patrol rounds. With that in mind, traversing this highway without a set destination, rather, might not be the safest course of action. You're right, we're better off going back towards Old Amorica Road, where they don't even really bother us, apparently. Which is great. Great, awesome, and fantastic. I want to, like, look in here. Yeah, I don't see anything, so I'm just going to keep going. So we want to go back to the ancient battlefield, which is, I think, one more screen over. Thank you. Actually, it might be one screen even further past this, because this is the rest area, isn't it? Yeah. So, one more. I'm not really trying to fight you. Oh, of course. He did remind me that I need to equip Tio with stuff. Really, y'all? Okay. Before we do anything, equip Tio. You don't have... Well, you have... And they were kind enough to at least give her that, which is nice. You can have this. That's fine. You can have... I think the shoes that you have on are pretty good. What did you have, actually? Somebody needs the team up rush chance, I think. Personally. I'm trying to think of... One of these is probably... Oh, I think we have a... One of these is the don't get hit by anything, right? Yes. You can have that for right now. And you can have the rush emblem. Why not? Well, we have a better rush emblem, don't we? Well, no, this rush emblem gives me CP gain up. So yeah, you do that. I think I even said to myself, Wazi, you don't have anything on you, so I would not be opposed to having you get a auto CP, because your stuff is pretty useful too. And you don't have any of that, I guess, for right now. Whatever. Okay, yeah. You come around here. Maybe you should have this Onyx gem, right? Well, one of you two, I think it's you actually that requires the. No, you require space. So you require. Who requires the black gem, the onyx gem? So that would have been good for them. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe we can give it to Tio, but like, you already have a thing, so maybe we'll put it on you and take off, I don't know, Voice Breaker? No, we should be keeping space on you. Spirit Breaker? I mean, that's just kind of nice in general. What does the Onyx one even do? Does it do anything special or just says, very good, very nice, thing? No, plus some speed, but that is minus movement by 2. That's plus a good chunk of speed. Well, I guess it makes sense because it's the max level of time gem. Anywho. Let's go. We're back. Yeah, they're doing this like I haven't been here at least twice already. There's Pleroma grass. Well, I guess this is the first time we've seen it covered in Pleroma grass. Pleroma grass growing all the way out here too. Hardly surprising considering this is where the cult decided to set up shop. According to what Mr. Hayward said, or rather told us, the defense force has been ambushed here a multitude of times. I'm detecting lingering scents in the air, though their sources have concealed themselves. Oh. If they've concealed themselves, it might actually be Hiue. You know what I'm not? Yes, no. Yes, Hiue. Duly noted. Keep your guards up. There's something. There's still the threat of cryptids appearing. Roger. Allons-y. All right, Doctor Lamau. Thank you. Couple red flies. Oh, you know what I want to do? Yeah, no shenanigans. Oh, but a cryptid might just appear as we're walking. Like if I walk through here, a cryptid might say, "Hey, what's up? Hello. Items. I got some juice for you, right?" I did say I want some hot pot. Go ahead, that's yours. And you can have that too. Why not? I mean, we have all this food, you know what I mean? A bird. A cryptid. A trap! A trap, and we walked right into it. Red constellation. Well, that's not good. These must be the ones who sent Icod Window. And here we were, feeling all down on ourselves for coming up empty-handed. Good thing some fresh new game just landed square into our laps. Commander Randolph's buddies, huh? Oh. The President and the Defense Force will owe us big time if we bring them in. 6 Jaegers and 4 military monsters. Look alive, men. Prey is at its most dangerous when it's cornered. We'll take this nice and slow and make sure to neutralize them one by one. Think you can last standing toe-to-toe against the Red Constellation? Better show us what you got, SSS. With pleasure. Do whatever it takes to break their lines. Oh, is this an actual fight? Okay, sure. I mean... Oh, we're only fighting 4 of them? Oh, I was less concerned now. Boo. Thought I was fighting more of them. Yeah, you come over here. Arts. Because I will unfortunately need to analyze these guys. Great sword. These are probably just 2 back-to-back fights, I guess. They resist down on that, but they don't resist. I think the only thing they don't resist is attack down. It looks like. Why'd you back up? Oh. I need Zyke to do some healing for us, actually. Well, he might have the chance to. You also have healing, right?
But you just heal for one person, and you can't heal for yourself. I'm actually not. Well, I think it's worth it for her. Well, I mean, maybe it's actually not worth it for her. We should just do. He can't regular recover. I should probably fix that. What if we just go faster? He wouldn't go until later. And you're blind right now, so I shouldn't just hit willy-nilly. Then I am going to... We can't confuse them, we can't impede. I'm going to heal them. They all did rearrange themselves, so I am going to try and move them even further away. Nope, Wazi died. That's not what I wanted to see. I am going to... Because you have full crafts right now. You can't burn them, but you will burn them. I was gonna say, because she has all sorts of... Yeah. Revive her. Let me see here. And we will have to do this. There's no stealing this team attack, is there? No, there is not. So heal everybody over there, I guess. Well, Lloyd will be fine. Yeah, go ahead and do this. That did put her at the bottom though, so I'm not sure that was the best idea. Yeah, I feel like we have another fight after this, so I didn't want to actually do that. I'm surprised that I didn't give Lloyd an extra one, now that I think about it. Actually... admittedly, I think I actually still need to get information about a lot of you. Here, you can't do that, so I will have you analyze as well, and you're gonna analyze this guy. Yeah, you'll just set up an art. Ooh, Death Spiral. Onto, ugh. It'll go after Tio uses her analyze, so it's fine. Very good. You can actually heal Tio. That's fine. Good. Okay. You could just bite this one, I guess. You can, hit that one, I guess. Can you bring them back over here? And you just leave. Okay, well that's not cool. You can heal yourself. Yeah, because everybody else is good. Heal yourself. Very good. You crit on that, which is nice. You can just attack this one. That's broadly fine. And then we might just wail away on the other dude, you know what I mean? Here. Y'all, just beat up this tiger. Alright, yeah, the three of you beat this guy up. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, now they're less fine, but Tio can still heal herself. Or maybe heal
Wazi. Heal
ドライ
yourself.
ブ
Huh?
開始
行くよ。
He'll just use an art. Just pop that. That's fine. And we'll do that.
俺の番だな。
Alright, now Lloyd can come and help you guys. Huh?
僕の番か。
Probably should have had Wazi heal, actually. You get away from here.
任せてくれ。
That guy was also trying to get away from here, hilariously enough. Huh? He's back into a corner.
よし。
You get him.
行きます。
You can now icicle.
エニグマ駆動
I need to change everybody's formations, although we were, I guess, jumped this time.
よかろう。
行きます。
よし。やって。
僕の番か。
Nope. Get him.
よし。
よかろう。
Everybody beat him up.
そこです。
Thank you.
良いデータが
Alright,
取れ
great.
ました
Very good. Well, that's half. Bet. You're pretty good.
さすがに
The
国防
defense
軍とは
force doesn't even begin to compare to these
当
brutes.
然だ。
You don't become the baddest Jaegers around by playing soldier. We storm battlefields across the whole damn continent and make them our own. Pit us against Ouroboros chumps in a genuine fight and they'd fall apart. I can think of one that would probably smoke you. Hell, that wolf of yours could turn into whatever monster he wants even. We'd just hunt him down like any other beast. Would you now?
サイトのことまで
So they know about Zeit's true form too.
タッパスに連絡を入れ
Maybe
てお
it
けば
would have been wise to contact Abbas before coming here.
お前たちがこのゴー
You
ルを
ain't
突
getting
破
out
で
of
きる
here
可
no
能性
matter
は
what
ゼ
you
ロ
do.
だ。
No chance in
この
Gehenna.
まま舐められるか。
We can keep putting you through the ringer or you can just give up now.
やれやれ。ゼロというのはさすがに
No chance, you say? I expected you hoodlums to know your surroundings better than this. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's my boy. So it is them. It wasn't them and then it was.
ここから逃げたはずでは。
Sao Li? I thought you booked it out of here ages
それ
ago.
は貴様らが。
Correction, you merely failed to apprehend us. Woo!
貴様ら。
Spineless
知
bastard.
るな。
Don't back down, men. We have them outnumbered and... What's good, girly? Yin. So you're still in Crossbell after all. If bringing so few Jaegers is your idea of a joke, your sense of humor is sorely lacking. You do not... you do well not to underestimate Hue. Son of a... What's our move? Out of consideration for our guest, we will do the courteous thing and allow you to leave this time. However, when you return, I recommend bringing a more sizable force. Be certain to bring that Scarlet Ogre or Bloody Shirley along with you. The festivities wouldn't be complete without them. I'll pass that along. You'll regret this one. You'll regret this rather when we have your heads on a pike.
扉を開けろ。
Open the gate! Withdraw! They're like, okay, we gotta get out of here too. We're the gate openers. We are the the most vulnerable. We're the last of the line.
やれやれです
Over at
さ
last.
すがに結構
That was a little too close for comfort. Always happy to be of service.
お久しぶりですね。
We meet again, Detective Bannings
皆さん。
and friends. It's been far too long.
サオさん。
Sal and what's good, Risha?
ギリシャさん
Risha.
そうか。
So that's where you went. You've been here the whole time. Yes.
ここでは何で
This
すか
area is too exposed. We should take this conversation elsewhere. But of course,
せっかくの再会
considering the
ですし
nature of this long-awaited reunion, why don't we head to a venue with a more pleasant view? I don't...
なるほど。
Interesting.
あの襲撃からずっと。
So this is where you've been hiding around since the raid. Correct. The lodges, the Coal Lodge is rather old. Lodge, rather, is a convenient refuge, ironically enough. You're able to observe Ouroboros tinkering with that giant bell as a
あ
result.
の博士がいた現場ですか
Then Professor Norvardis was here as well.
中央広場にあった
The same bell that hung in the central square was used. So this is the central square bell. Was used to in the ritual to complete the Septeron of Zero.
何らかのアーティファ
There's
クト
no
な
doubt in my mind that this
間違いない
was
と
an
思う。
artifact the entire time. Yeah, that makes sense. If the other two were, this should have been too.
ちなみに金は再び
It would seem that they returned it to the city once they were done here. We of Hiwei have been the only ones rather occupying this area ever since. Master Yin being the exception, of course.
リーシャ
Yo, what's up, Risha?
ロイドさん
Please, Lloyd, I know this is a lot to ask, but if you find it in yourself to overlook what I've done,
この地で
the crimes that I've committed in this land, I cannot allow myself to be captured, but I intend to at least return to Calvard and spare you any further
カルバード
trouble.
にことをなしたら
After I settle the score, that is.
それは
You mean
復讐って
you
こ
seek
とか
revenge?
あの人たちは
Those monsters stole
何よりも大切な
something
もの
more precious than any other.
みんなの太
An
陽
irreplaceable star, the sun that gave
かけがえ
everyone
のな
hope.
きして
I cannot forgive
許
it.
されるも
I
のでは
cannot
ありません
forget. Dang. Which is entirely why she was so grateful to re-enter a contract with us. We'll be working side by side to oppose the reconciliation as we should be. Stay out of this.
なあ
Hey, listen to me, Risha.
イリアさんが目を
Are you
覚
all
ました
aware rather that Ilya has awakened from her coma? She's not dead? Is that true?
はい
Yeah, she regained consciousness immediately after the phenomena on the president's inauguration day.
しっかりとは言いませんが
And while she is yet to fully recover, she is nevertheless awake and alert, and as lively as she ever was. Oh, Ideos above.
ありがとう
Thank you. Thank you for granting her mercy. Well, isn't that splendid?
じゃないでまあ聞いた
But you left out an important detail. I'm told that she is told rather that she's paralyzed from the waist down and may never walk again, much less perform on stage.
あんた
Sal,
とっくにその情報
you
は
knew this the entire time, didn't you? Yes, but of course, however, Master Yin explicitly requested that I remain ignorant to Miss Platier's
あえ
condition.
て教えして
So naturally,
いま
I
せんでした
complied. She didn't like that. She was like, you could at least told me she woke up.
そうそう
Please, Master
何
Sal,
も
hold your
そのイ
tongue.
ンドの
Do
どうか
not
誤解なさら
misunderstand
ない
us,
あな
Master
たを
Yin.
気落ちさせた
Master
くない
Sal withheld that information to spare your heart the turmoil.
弁解は無用です
Save your
そ
excuses.
れに
I've already made
何
up
を
my
き
mind.
私なりのけじめをつけてから
Once I've settled this, I will leave Crossbell never to return. Excellent! Hue looks forward to your continued
ロイ
cooperation.
ドさんたちも
You all should consider pitching in as well, SSS. While our goals may differ, we share a common
ここ
foe.
はぜひ
It would be to the welfare of both of us to join forces in these trying times, wouldn't you agree?
え
I think I can, actually.
えただし
On one condition, Risha comes with us. Huh?
ロイドさん
Lloyd?
ほう
Is that right? Oh no, the music stopped. I don't like that.
リーシャ
Ah, okay, never mind. A better music started. I have a message from
あんたに
Ilya.
とって
What is it that matters most to you? Can you truly turn your back in the face of what you hold dear? That sounds like something she said!
イリアさんはさ
Despite what she's been through, Ilya refused to let any of it get her down.
最初は不安を
At first, she was saying she was only. At first, rather, I thought she was only putting on a brave face, but the truth quickly became clear to me.
絶対に舞台
Ilya Platier will dance again. She believes so with all of her heart.
それが
It'll be an uphill battle the whole way, but she's prepared to make the climb.
まあ正直
She has total faith in herself. That kind of drive is difficult to attain, to put it bluntly.
それでも
But all the same, her determination was infectious. These brats! They're about to take away my
イ
yin!
リアさんがそんな勢い
Ilya decided what she wants, and she's doing everything she can to get back on that stage. So, Risha,
一番
What
大
matters
切なものは
most to
何
you?
赤い星座への復
revenge
讐
against the Red Constellation?
受け継いできた
The legacy of yin that you inherited?
それとも
Or could it be,
そんなの
I
言えるわ
I know what you want me to say, but I can't! I can't! All my life, I've walked a blood-stained path, bathed in shadows, these stains. I'll never be rid of them.
ごまかすな
Yeah, that's not what I asked you, Risha. I asked you a question.
俺は君に
All I want to hear is what matters most to you. Answer the question, Risha. Don't go into a monologue saying, oh, the scars, the blood, the shadows.
頑張らずにはいられない
What do you hold nearest and dearest to your heart? What is the single thing above all others that drives you to live?
そんなの
It's Arkansas. I love that place. I want to go dance. Yeah, I want to go dance on that stage again.
エリアさんや
With Ilya, with Sully, with everyone else.
団のみんなたちと
That's all I want. Hey, hey, my boy, guys, can you give us a minute? I thought so.
そうそう
Master Sal. Oops, my bad. Oh no. He's gonna be cool about this though, right? Yeah, he's just gonna be a cool guy, right? He gonna be a cool guy? Exceptional as always, Detective Bannings. Is he gonna be a cool guy?
見事こちらの
You've certainly made a mess of my plans, haven't you? Or rather,
イリア城の勝ち
perhaps it would be more apt to say that Miss Platier won the day.
やられましたよ
I admit my defeat. Congratulations on your victory,
見
and well
事にやら
done.
サオさん
Sal?
言い訳はしませんよ
I can't say I'm very sorry about it, and you shouldn't be. Truth be told, I'm absolutely fuming. But for the sake of our collaboration, I'll swallow my pride and let it go.
インドの
Master Yin, or rather, Risha Mao.
英雄へとの
Consider your current contract with Hiwei null and
今
void.
回については終了しましょう
What? Really?
どこに行こうが
I leave you to your discretion.
サオさん
Thank you, Sal.
あくまで今回
You do well to remember that I have only given up this one time.
私が
I, as well as Hiwei, have greater aspirations, and your strength factors into
まあ
that.
せいぜい
In the meantime, do take care. I wish you the best in returning to the stage you hold so dear.
私絶
Right,
対に
I
諦
will
め
not
ません
falter. Um,
ロイドさんどうも
that was some of
お
your
疲れ様
finest work yet, Lloyd. Full of surprises, isn't he? A silver tongue like his is worth its weight in gold. It is absolutely abundantly clear why the divine child is so attached to you. Okay, look, guys, I was only the messenger this time. Ilya did it. I just said the words.
でもなんとか
I'm
伝え
just
ら
glad I
れ
can
てよかった
fulfill Ilya's request.
ところで
One question, Detective Bannings.
この私の
Just where do you suppose I should direct this frustration of
どこにぶつければいい
mine?
のでしょう
Come again? Why don't I lay it out this way?
リーシャさんに去られるから
Since you prevented Risha from working with us, it would only be fair that you join us in her stead.
いろいろ期待が
With a little
ありそう
training, you'd be
ですし
quite the asset on our front lines. What? What? I'm police. Sal, are you serious?
確か
Well, actually, Master Sal makes a fair
あな
point.
たのトンファーに
Your
して
Tonfa expertise would be greatly enhanced, and you would also cultivate a mastery of your martial arts.
いや
That's flattering, but I couldn't. I got barriers to cross. I thought you'd have gotten used to being headhunted by now. While we're at it, why not consider joining the Grolls Ritter? Perks include more quality time with yours truly.
ジャージさん冗談に聞こえ
That better have been a joke, Wazi. Only half joking. And so Lloyd and the SSS formed a temporary alliance with Hiwei. Each group promised to aid each other in the event of an emergency, as well as share information on any breaking developments. At last, Yin Risha Mao made her decision. In order to pursue her life's newfound purpose, she would join forces with the SSS. I figured eventually she would be a part of the party. I just didn't think it would be the very last chapter. I thought we'd get her a little sooner, and she'd have like a room. I really thought that open room in the SSS would be hers for a minute. But we're in the final chapter, so it won't be. New blind spot
フ
detected.
ランさんデータを送ります
Relaying data to Fran now. Heard! Click and click and click. Found it. It's in the northwestern crossbow. Halfway up the mains mountain path to be
マイ
exact.
ンズ方面か
It's near mines, I'm sorry. That broadens the scope of our operations quite a bit.
向こうもこちら
Though
の
I'm sure the enemy is starting to catch on to us by
マイン
now.
ズ方面といえ
If
ば
I'm not mistaken, there's also been a resistance group separate from Hiwei operating in the mines area.
Supposedly, the one in charge is an ex-CGF guardsman who opposed the establishment of the defense force. An ex-CGF guardsman? Do you think it's... we never saw... Douglas. Do you think it's Dougie? Wait, really? A specific guardsman, though. Also, I guess it also could be Randy. He was an ex-CGF guardsman. What did they do to her? To Mirai? What did they do to Mirai? We never found out. Wait, really? Wait. Is Mirai just the ex-guardsman? Oh, maybe so. We simply assume that all of the guardsmen were assimilated rather in the CDF. Their motivations for defecting are understandable. The Red Constellation is being allowed to roam free despite having thoroughly decimated the Guardian Force. Those who could see through the treachery would not stand for it. Then maybe Noe's there with them. Nope, she's not. Sorry, but I seriously doubt it. We saw the choice Noel made. She was prepared to protect Crossbow no matter the cost. I don't think she would waver from that decision so easily. Aha! Haha. You're probably right. Noe has always been as strong as a horse and as stubborn as one to boot. Fran, back to the matter at hand. I'm glad that she's still coming up in conversation, though. I think making contact with this resistance would be for the best. Their cooperation could be just as valuable as Hiwei's. Agreed. We should touch down as soon as we can. Hey, but before that, Risha, do you want to stop by St. Ursula? Huh? Ilya really wanted to see you. I know it's still complicated, but we can always visit together if you want. No, I'm going to have to decline. I'm still not ready to stand in front of Ilya with my head held high. At the very least, I want to wait until we've taken back Crossbow City and Arkansas first. Alright. That is disappointing to hear, but we understand how you feel. We will go see her instead. I'm sorry, truly. If you have urgent business to take care of at St. Ursula, rather, I do not mind disembarking with you, but unfortunately I will not be going any further than the front gate of the hospital. Okay, as long as you're okay with it. It's a shame. At least this proves that Risha's not the cold-blooded killer she thinks she has to be. Risha's joined the party. She will not go to St. Ursula. Hey, they learned a thing! Twin Dragon Strike? That's awesome. Well, I feel like I gotta go and see Homegirl again. After the scene at the ancient battlefield, talk to Fran twice, Wazi. Talk to your new party member twice, and then talk to St. Ursula, and then talk to the man in the... How long have we been going? Okay, we're definitely at time. Although I spent about 30 minutes to 40 minutes talking just corkboard time, so maybe we can play a little bit longer. Okay, we will not be doing the mine sweep, I don't think. I think we're gonna just do this last little sweep before we go to mines, and we'll save mines for next time. Which I assume will end up being Randy and Mirai. Maybe they'll have their own little anti-unit, I don't know. Mayhaps. Can I just go back? I can! Okay, thank goodness. I thought I'd teleport and then come back up here. What's up? So Noe really is sticking with the CDF, huh? Even though she knows that means fighting against us? Yeah, last time I spoke to her, yes, her resolve was as firm as steel. Even now, I'm not sure what made Noe so set on taking that path. Feels like there's more to it than just this recent string of events. You're probably right. If I had to guess, it all goes back to our dad passing away when we were kids. Oh, that's fair, dude. That's fair. He was hit by a misfire during a Republican Army training drill at the eastern border. What? Wait, that's the accident that happened 10 years ago? It was a misfire during a Republican Army training drill? Oh, dude. Okay, so here's the problem. I assume that's actually a training drill that had a misfire. But is it deeper than that? Could that have been like a... Not a ploy, I think, because, like, you know, there were incidents caused by
things in the Republic and whatnot, but like, and the Empire that you know, happened and killed people in Crossbow. But, dude, yeah, I was still little at the time, so I don't have all the details straight, but from what they told us, a stray bullet from a Republican army exercise struck my dad by mistake while he was on guard duty. That's terrible. Given Crossbow's situation, though, there was no way to really push his death as a major issue. In the end, it was swept under the rug as just another accident. Our mom was heartbroken, but she ultimately accepted it as a part of the risk that came with the job. But Noe, I don't think she ever did. It probably still haunts her even after all this time. Okay, well now I can't be all that mad at her, dude. I knew that that their dad died in one of these accidents, but like that's actually really rough, dude. Just more specifically, it's the man. I kind of hate that. Because it does really put a lot of that more into perspective of why Noelle was so gung-ho about saying, even if I have to turn my back on you guys, I will stand with this CDF to protect Crossbow. Man, poor girl. You might be right, Fran. I feel like I have a better understanding of why Noelle is so determined to protect Crossbow. Yeah, I was literally saying the same thing, Lloyd. I was like, that actually really puts things more into perspective. It's not just like, it's not specifically, this is my home and I will protect it. It is not even just that. It is like I want to make sure nothing like that happens again. I want to not avenge his loss, but, kind of make sure, I guess still just make sure it doesn't happen again. We'll talk again. Sorry about all of this. I didn't mean to bring down the room. Noe may not be with them, but there are still members of the CGF who oppose the new Crossbow Defense Force. Meeting up with them and securing their cooperation should be our top priority. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We'll be counting on you to back us up out there, Fran. You got it. I'll do everything I can. Wow, okay. CGF's resistance and motivations differ vastly from those of Hiwei. But in either case, they have chosen to oppose the president and his forces. By no means will he allow that to continue. Time is of the essence. You should move rather quickly if you're set on making contact. Thank you. Teal's not even here. I spotted Risha on the deck. She seemed to have her head in the clouds a bit. Arkanciel, Hiwei, her duty as Yin. I'm sure the girl has a lot on her mind. Why not go out there and lend her an ear? Maybe give her some advice. You never know, you may just raise a romance flag or two. I have no idea what you're on about. What kind of ulterior motives do you think I have? At any rate, you never know. A girl like Risha, was Yin rather, if not for that getup. Her real personality is so plain and unassuming, you might even call it a natural camouflage. Cool. Let's go raise a romance flag. How you doing, girly? Ilya has finally regained consciousness. I couldn't be more thrilled about that. It's not too late, Risha. Just whenever you're ready to see her face to face, just say the word. I promise we'll find the time to head back to St. Ursula the moment you do. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate the concern. But right now, my focus is on liberating Crossbow City from the rest of Arkanciel. There's work to be done rather before I can stand proudly in front of Ilya and tell her the truth. That's fair enough. That's all the more reason to free the city as quickly as we can. And when we do, we'll be able to face Ilya with your head held high. I intend to give you my very best for everybody who's counting on us, Kia and Ilya included. Are you with me, Risha? Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I learned of the Resistance's location through the intel I intercepted from the Defense Force, while I was hiding on the ancient battlefield. Thinking back on it reminds me, I am still indebted to Hiwei in more ways than one. It's a shame that my contract with them couldn't have been voided on more amiable terms. Someday I'll be sure to repay Sal and the people for everything that they've done for me. Yeah, I was gonna say, they're a shady group, but I can't say they're the worst group. He has literally always been alright to us, for real. What's up to you? Heading to the mountain path reminds me that your former pack is all located there. Are they divine wolves too? No.
They are only ordinary wolves. Even so, I consider them my kin and kith. They and their ancestors rather have followed me for generations, ever since Saint Ursula walked this soil. So they are like family to you. No wonder you were able to intimidate Ravash's warhound so easily back when we first met. Do you suppose your pack rider is still alright? There's no need to fret. I made sure to give them detailed instructions before my departure. I imagine they're watching things unfold from a safe distance even now as we speak. I do wonder what Zeit's former pack is doing right now. It would be reassuring to have them on our side as well. For the raid! My pack has been watching over a crossbow since the days when Ursula walked its soil. Rest assured they are monitoring the situation even as we speak. That's kind of dope. He just got like a... I was going to say like a wolf pack, but I guess it's literally a wolf pack. Here's the thing. What? Risha... Okay, she came with things. I was going to say, I don't think I've ever brought things for her, so... glad she's got stuff. Tio... Did I re-equip your weapon? Do you have a better weapon? Because he does. Okay, so now everybody's kind of showing up with their best weapons, which is fine. Okay, I appreciate that. Once again, I assume that Yin has come with ornaments. Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. Cool. I'm really saving that wind one for Elliot, but maybe I'll give it to somebody else in the meantime. I think that's everything we needed for the sweep. Here, I kind of want to go and see Ilya to see if there's an update in the dialogue again. I doubt it. But like, I mean, I should. St. Ursula Medical College. Sorry, Risha. Yep. My apologies, but I'll stay here while you're inside the hospital. Yeah, we understand. See you around. I can't wait to tell, hey. I gotta tell you something, girl. Ilya's gonna love this. Hey, I delivered your message, girly. Girly pop, I delivered your message. We did manage to pass on Ilya's message, but I think it's going to be a while before Risha's ready to see her. As much as I hate to do this, it would be best not to mention anything about Risha for now. Okay, well, whatever. Dialogue did change, I suppose. We're leaving now again. Hey, girlies working together! What are you doing, Sarone? These cheats will never drive you pile them on top of each other like that. Seriously, you should know better. How many years have you been doing this again? Let me think. We've been working together for 1, 2... It was a rhetorical question! Now knock it off and hang these the way that they're supposed to. Hehe, isn't Mifa just the best? The girls. Honestly, Sarone, you think, I could at least trust her to dry sheets by herself. I can't even take my eyes off of the girl for a second, can I? This could be a great tag team. I could write for them. Oh my gosh, okay, hey, Risha, we're back. Come back. Welcome back, everyone. Have you finished what you came here for? Yeah, I laughed. Let's go. Okay, so we are gonna end the episode around here, I think. Next time, we will do mines. We will do, all of whatever mines is, and apparently we're going to Belgard. There is a recipe book on the platform on your left. This location is a one-time visit. If you trigger a cutscene, you won't be able to get the recipe. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow. There's also going to be the book next time, so we will make sure that we do that. Approach mines for the fight that introduced my favorite enemy mechanic in Trails, the sniper. They'll be automatically analyzed after they take a turn because they're completely untargetable. Yeah, that's a next time me problem. This time me is ending the episode.
admittedly, the Noelle thing, I feel like she might want to take into account, like, hey, maybe that was also not a setup, but maybe a setup. My thing is, I feel like we have had our minds blown, but I feel like there are still some things that are like, I feel like there may be a world where we all are like, we're not all like special, like I think Wazi, for the most part, maybe not was lured here, but certainly I don't think it's like somebody in Crossbow other than Reese, I feel like knew Wazi's true identity, other than Reese and Abbas, actually. I feel like one of the Croys or someone in their information network knew about that. Maybe not, though, to be honest. Yeah, maybe not. If they're able to get away with what they're getting away with now, this actually probably was just a successful operation. I love that Zyd is just there. I think that's hilarious still. I don't know, dude. I don't know. We are 91 hours into this game. A lot of it's been me just kind of sitting to the side and talking, but it is what it is. I am going to end. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions that we need to answer. I think there's like little tidbits in this that I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of neat. That's so cool. That all these like wow, she some call her the second coming of Saint Ursula or something. I love that there's like she actually does have Saint Ursula's blood running through her veins. I thought that was like a neat touch. I was like, oh my goodness, that's there's just there's some neat payoffs that are happening so far. Yin's free from her contract. We have a temporary alliance with Hiwei. I assume we're gonna find out what happened to Mirai. I hope that she is not beaten down or something like that, and she really did just leave and was opposed to it. Maybe they're married by the time we get there. I don't know. Probably not. Who's gonna get married in a situation like this? But I do think she's a part of this resistance, and I think that's dope. Ex-Guardman sounds like Randy, but maybe it is actually Douglas. Or Mirai. I think Mirai would make the most sense just because that has already been teased, and that is an answer that we don't have. But it does now sound like that could be an answer that we do have. A resistance. I am glad that these resistances are being fought with the, this is, and I think that's, here's the deal. They are not using these aeons, or whatever we call them, these divine archaisms, to go after these like small fish. That's the truth. They are using the actual, what, Crossbow Defense Force, CDF I think they are now. They are using that and these people to instead do their, like, hey, we're fighting against, like, normal people, let's fight against normal people. When it comes to internal things in Crossbow, they are actually handling them not with some godly power. That I do appreciate, and that is the right way to handle things in a situation like this. If there is civil unrest, I suppose that is how you handle it. If you are, you know, a dictator, I don't want to call Dieter a dictator, but he put himself in control, there was no vote, and everyone just has to go with what he says, so it sounds kind of dictator to me, you know what I mean, but I digress. This is happening. He is and once again, that is still, I think, the right way to go about it. I guess I hate the situation that Crossbow is in. The writers have made this feel like such a good conundrum that's like, oh man, there is not going to be a clean-cut solution to this more than likely. Which is so weird because the first game felt like it did have a pretty clean-cut, happy ending solution. I don't know if we get that this time. I think the end of this game is going to have a lot more uncertainty to it. Which will lead us to
Cold Steel, which I think will fill in some of the gaps and create new gaps. But man, I don't know. I'm kind of giddy to get to. I'm giddy for the future of these games, which is, I guess, still the past for a lot of you, because we're in Calvar interview, apparently. But I'm excited for Cold Steel. I think I've talked about this before, the Cold Steel, I think, 1 is the first game in the series that I purchased, and then it was advised to me that I should actually start with Sky, and I was like, you know what? If we're going to do this series, we're going to do it right, and boy, I'm glad we did it. I am glad we did it. And I think we also almost could have not done these games. No. We did the right thing. I'm glad we came here. Because I think, no. It's not, I think. I like these two games as a unit more than I like Sky. And I loved Sky. Trails in the Sky 1 and 2, and even 3. 3, I was less into than 1 and 2, but I was into all of the lore that it was providing in 3, and some of that lore has actually come up in this game, so I liked 3 very much so as a connector game. And I liked just finding out the story of Kevin and the story of Reese, because, you know, Kevin existed in 2, so finding out his story was actually pretty interesting. I do like that he's been kind of a connecting thread in this game too, and I kind of wonder if he's going to also serve as a connecting thread going forward, or if we're going to meet more Gralsritter like we've met Wazi here, because I'm sure if there are 5 pieces of the Erebonian arc, or something of that nature, there's going to be some shenanigans that are probably going to be Gralsritter level of shenanigans, or maybe not. It may just be real civil war because Goliath has been shot. Maybe he actually has been shot, but I don't believe he's dead. I'm just tossing that out there. We're going to have to start making a future cork board for real, and we'll have that walking into Cold Steel whenever that happens. I don't know how many times I guess how much time it will be left in this series. There is not an episode next Saturday. I don't know if there's going to be an episode next Sunday. I may try to get one out just because I am kind of very into where we are in the game right now. Personally, but I can't promise that just because I know I'll be pretty busy next week. Time-wise, so there might not be an episode the following week, but I probably will try and get maybe a longer episode out afterwards. Anywho, I'm taking off. Until then, Toodaloo Flight Crew, as always, thank you for watching.